Oh. Whoa. I think it's that time, ain't it, Ron?
The pain train has pulled into the station.
Hey, no. This is the festive train, man. I mean, look at those versions of Saint Nick on there, man.
America Santa, English Santa, German Santa, and
Russian Santa.
Russian Santa.
No, his name isn't. We got Santa Claus, Saint Nick. It's like.
I have no idea. It's literally we have a shit ton of Christmas stuff.
Das Beardy Man and Father Christmas. Father Christmas is what they call him in England. I forgot, but in Germany, he'd be Das Beardy Man. And then of course in Russia he would just be Our Claus.
Oh, like Russia or Soviet Russia?
Okay, in terms of Russia.
If it was Soviet Russia, then it'd be like Orthodox fucking prison camp. But anyways.
Well, yeah, so welcome everybody to yet another episode of Renegades Ramble. It's officially December now.
Christmas season.
Yes, Christmas season. As you can tell, we have entered the Yuletide era. Of,
everything red and green.
Yes, everything,
and
even the lights.
Christmas music for miles, making you want to bash your skull into a wall.
Christmas time, I really love Christmas time. Except for the music, I wish it would die and burn in a frickin' hole.
Probably about 10 years ago, I worked at a Walmart, right, as a temp during that Halloween to Christmas season.
Oh, no.
And the same 6 songs for Christmas. And I just walked into Walmart yesterday. Same shit's going on.
Yeah, it never ends, dude. It never ends. That's the thing.
Same fucking songs.
It is. It's the same exact songs. And the problem with it is so many people. Yeah, literally. So many people are just throwing money at the wall.
There's only one Christmas song.
Oops. I hit the little thing on my chair to knock me down a peg.
There's only one Christmas song that I'm cool with. It's like, I think it's called Mystical Christmas by... Audio Machine or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, Audio Machine? Yeah, I like Audio Machine pretty good.
But it's called Mystical Christmas. There's no lyrics in it.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds very epic, and it works.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra also had actually, they have 2 really good Christmas songs. No lyrics, no singing. The only thing they have is like a chorus, like going, oh.
I'm all right with that.
Which is okay. But they have one, Wizards in Winter, which is awesome. I love that name. Love the name of that song. But it's the one that had you remember that house that had the lights that went back and forth for like a beer commercial years and years ago? It was like,
maybe.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. They have that one, and they have a Christmas Sarajevo 1224, which is my favorite Trans-Siberian Orchestra song because I just love the build that it has. It's one that it's just like dum 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 dum. It's like na 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 na, and it's beautiful. It combines so many Christmas songs, but yet it makes it metal as hell, and I love it.
I think it's just the lyrical stuff that I can't stand. It's so hokey and frolical and stuff, and I just. But whatever.
Well, there's some that actually have a poignant meaning to them. The whole "I'll be home for Christmas," which having a dad who worked a lot on the road and having that song on is like "I'll be home for Christmas." It had a little bit of a poignant feel to it because I'd wait for my dad to get home and because we lived back in the day, dude. I used to live way back in the sticks, like up in the hills. And when the roads would get really snowy, I'd be worried that my dad wouldn't be able to make it home, and he'd have to stay outside the holler. And in days he'd make it back and just be like, "Hey, son, how you doing?" And then then the next morning we'd wake up and we'd go shovel the driveway clean and shovel the sidewalk off, and not in that order, sidewalk first, then driveway, because that would make literally no sense. But yeah, some Christmases back there, dude, we had 3-4 feet of snow. And it would be ridiculous. It would just be ridiculous trying to like shovel all that snow out. But overall, I mean, I enjoy Christmas to certain degrees. I just don't enjoy how it's just been warped into this weird time where you just have to shop. You have to.
I like how like even like Cyber Monday now is just it's just encroaching now on the whole Black Friday thing. And so
I'm glad because that way no one's going to get stabbed over a digital picture frame.
I need that VCR, damn it. I would love to hear somebody fucking murder somebody else over a fucking VCR.
I would not. Well, dude, I don't want anyone to die over petty stuff. I mean, they're possessions. They're possessions. Like me.
That's my crock pot, damn it.
Well, yeah. Oh, dude, I about got my arm ripped off over an air fryer a few years ago. I was there. I was trying to get an air fryer because my sister asked me to grab one for her. I reach in. I get one off the stack. All of a sudden, someone comes down on my arm and starts twisting my arm back. And I'm just like, this ain't worth it. And I let it go.
I've never actually gone, as far as I can remember, like, and at least in the early hours of Black Friday shop, I don't think I've ever gone. Is it really just like fucking chaos?
Sometimes it is. It
like
depends on how many. It depends on how much they have and how many people are there. For instance, one year I went, there was this woman who I swear to God, I swear on up on the heavens and down to hell, straight on. This woman grabbed 20 sets of the game Operation. 20. Just went in and grabbed every single one of them that was there. And there were all these people surrounding, just like, I wanted one of those. And she's like, it's in my buggy now. Too bad.
I'm guessing she was fucking...
Oh, she was going to resell them.
Yeah.
Because she was getting them for dirt cheap. And she was going to resell them online and make money that way.
So she was like outside the Walmart freaking scalping them.
Oh yeah,
here's your operation for $800.
No, well, it wasn't that bad. But she got each one of those for I think the price on them was $5 a piece, and I guarantee you she went outside and sold them. She went either outside and sold them or went on eBay and sold them for $15-20 a pop, or on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know because people are that's just how people operate nowadays. No pun intended. But I remembered just seeing all these people fight. There was one thing this year I saw people fight over. It was this computer monitor. It was a 144 hertz, 1 millisecond, ultra slim computer monitor. They only had 4 of them, and there were 6 dudes there. One of them was just looked like redneck meth head Santa Claus. He was like 6'6", 6'7", an absolute giant of a man, and he had a big old bushy, bigger than my beard. It was like down to here, solid white, and he smelled terrible. I walked by him, and I was just like, "Hey, what are you here for, man?" He's just like, "I'm gonna get that monitor." And I look up and I look around at all the other ones who are just like eyeballing it, just like.
Are they like standing out? Was it like outside looking in the windows or something?
No, they were how they had it on pallets in the middle of the aisles. They were all just on pallets in the middle of the aisles, and you surrounded it, and you weren't allowed to touch it. You weren't allowed to
wait for a shopper to one of the workers to come in with a knife and just cut away the plastic.
Yeah, exactly. It was shrink wrap. It was shrink wrap plastic. They came around with a utility knife and then just ripped it off. And once the plastic comes off, you step back and watch the madness.
And then you as the workers backing up, fucking stay back with a fucking box cutter.
No. But anyway, as soon as the plastic went up, I was trying to get these bed sheets for my mom because my mom has been sick over this last week. She's I don't know what she's developed, but it's a very bad cough, and she's been very weak, and also that's why I've been helping her out with the kittens. One of her cats just gave birth to 7 kittens, which I've been helping her out with that a lot as well. She actually asked me to go to Walmart and grab 2 sets of these sheets, and they're hotel quality sheets. It's like 1,100 thread count. They don't stain easily. They don't smells don't stay in them very easy, and they stay good after thousands of washes. They're really good quality sheets, and they usually cost around $60-$70, and I got 2 pair for $20 a piece. So Mom asked me to go do that. I went and did that, and lo and behold, just down from us was the electronics stuff, and that's where that dude was standing there waiting for that monitor. I saw him as soon as the plastic went up. I saw like 4 or 5 guys go in on it. He reaches over top and grabs one and just yanks it right out the middle, plucks it out like a friggin' thinking out of a snake pit.
Yeah, you could probably easily get that cheaper on fucking Amazon.
Oh no, dude! I looked at the price on Amazon. Price on Amazon Vaughn was $189. They were letting it go at Walmart for $110. If I wasn't afraid for my life that redneck meth head Santa Claus was going to rip my head off, I'd have probably gone after one too. But then again, I wasn't there for myself. I was there for my mom. I mean, I actually just got done, upgrading Nick's monitor setup and Jake's monitor setup. Honestly, I'm good in terms of like buying monitors right now because I'm content with what I've got. I've got 2 really good monitors, but Nick really needed an upgrade where he's wanting to stream more often, and Jake needed an upgrade where he was still using those big, heavy. You remember the ones he had? Like they were huge and heavy, and the monitor stand arms, which could support pretty much any monitor, were literally just going. Just like slamming on the ground, slamming down on his desk every time he lifted it up. He actually had to put his speakers under it to keep it from hitting the freaking desk.
I'm happy with mine. You've seen my setup. I got
3, dude, you're
3
good.
monitors.
You got 3.
I got a 4K and then 2 curved 1080s to the right that I just work from. That's I'm fine with that. Until I can get like fucking I don't know. A graphics card. I mean, that's pretty much what my graphics card can run. I can't do a whole lot more than that anyway.
You still got an awesome setup. You got 3 awesome monitors, and
I don't need to do like I'm like super hacker mode where I've got 20 monitors. Like you see that in every fucking movie.
Yeah,
like poorly interprets how
hacking actually works.
Yeah.
Hacking is mostly people using tools to do the job.
Clearly, when you're hacking, you need 7 keyboards, 3 mice, and like 18 monitors around in a dome.
Hacking in movies, just like a guy on like 3 different keyboards, just like hold on, I gotta hack into the mainframe. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Versus real hacking, which is literally just set up the DDoS hack tool. Okay, repetition, insert mutation pattern, algorithm.
I watched a few videos of
and just let it run. That's it. That's literally all you do.
I've watched a few videos of like expert coders or whatever that I guess they put up videos where like the Pakistani or Indian type companies are trying to scam them, and so they basically fuck those scam
they destroy their systems by
pretty much reversing the code to like delete all their files and shit.
I love that. It's so good because all of a sudden you hear the Indian teller on the other side. He's like, "What have you done to my system? What have you done?
Give me back the files." They're gone, man. They're gone.
And then of course there's the other one. How to frustrate telemarketers with one word. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, "Excuse me, sir." Okay. So
I did watch a video on that.
We're here contacting you to let you know that your credit card has been reported stolen. Could you please confirm your credit card number with us? Okay. Sir. Okay. Sir. Can you please give us your credit card number?
Okay. Yeah. It just goes on and on. So, yeah.
Sir, are you going to provide us with your credit card number?
It's great too because every minute that you waste of their time is just them losing money.
Exactly. Oh yeah. I would gladly even
if you can't like you're not skilled enough to like take out their files and shit like that.
Oh no, just wasting their time. Because actually, I remember. This one telemarketer, it was a robot. It was literally a robot. I was like, "Hello," and it was like, "Hello. I am calling to inform you that your vehicle has now been approved for extra." It was your warranty has run out, and you've been approved for like an extra year of warranty coverage. And I'm just like, "Are you a robot?" And she's like, "I'm sorry. Are you a robot?" "I'm sorry." That's what I thought, and then I just hung up.
All right, so we're going to talk about Stadia, right?
Yeah,
Stadia's
Google Stadia, which is going to be joining memehood here soon, the likes of which with Google Glass. I remember when Google Glass came out and everyone was just like, "Oh, this is the future." Okay, Glass, take picture. Like, no, that's not the future. Look, I can appreciate the idea, but its execution was terrible.
If they had done if they had the technology at the time to do like augmented reality, kind of like what Microsoft is trying to do now, with everything, then it could have worked. But all it was like it shows you like the time and I think a text message or something.
That's it. I mean, that's literally it. And the thing with Google Glass, I think years from now, Google Glass, like when people say, "And now, class, we are going to talk about the failure of Google Glass," and kids in that class are going to be along the lines of just like, I thought that was a meme. That was real. to which that's where Stadia is heading right now. Stadia is heading for memehood. It's just like it's like, hey, look, everybody, I can play 1,000 video games. I have access to thousands of video games. Oh wow, do you have the Xbox Game Pass? No, I have Stadia. Oh fuck, you're serious.
Yeah. The real question is which one do you think is going to be better, the Google Stadia or the Soulja Boy console?
Oh, Soulja Boy console all day. Actually, the one that I am excited.
Still going?
No, he shut him down.
Okay.
He shut him down. But there is one that is actually a threat because they're actually taking their time and they actually have a full working prototype, xCloud, which is pretty much the next step of the Xbox Live Game Pass. xCloud, in fact, how I've seen it work, I don't 100% trust it, but I trust it a whole hell of a lot more than Stadia, because Stadia, literally all they had was a demo video of how it worked, and it wasn't even live in front of people. All they showed was just like, Stadia will have access to thousands of games all over your internet connection in an instant. And
also 90% of you don't have strong enough internet connection.
Exactly. Whereas xCloud, the thing with xCloud is you can actually have it on a mobile, you can actually store things on your mobile device. You actually, if you have a mobile device, you can actually plug in extended, for Android phones especially. It'll work on both Apple and Android, but you can actually store stuff in a more, like, for instance, you can store stuff on your iCloud. Yeah. You can store a game on your iCloud and then delete it the next day and then download another one overnight and then play it the next day.
So xCloud is part of what?
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Okay.
Yeah, it's part of Microsoft. Yeah. It's Microsoft's next step in their game streaming platform.
Yeah, I mean, they can already have been doing kind of flirting with the cross between Xbox and PC.
Well, yeah, they have the Xbox Game Pass, which actually, PC players out there, if you do not want to give Epic Game Store any of your money, then feel free to go through the Xbox Game Pass, and you can play Metro Exodus, and you can also play the Outer Worlds, and all the other games that they said are in Borderlands 3. You actually play Borderlands 3 on there, all on PC, and you don't have to go through the Epic Game Store. So, win for everybody.
I didn't see Borderlands 3.
I thought it was on there, but
I would have been like, hell yeah, about that if I saw it. I went through every game on there, but yeah, Outer Worlds and Metro Exodus definitely.
Okay,
also
sorry.
Metro 2033 Redux.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I did a
I'm playing that right now.
Did a sweep of my hard drive the other week and went and deleted an Epic Games launcher and all that stuff.
Well,
I just don't use it.
I can understand the need for competition. I understand it wholeheartedly, but at the same time, you have to take time with these things, and you have to develop it enough to where people can can have more creative freedom on there, and right now, the Epic Game Store does not have that. They have a timeline.
Also helps if you don't rip off your customers.
This is true as well, because Steam has done it as well, although it's been the developer more than it has been Steam. And that's the whole problem, is that the Epic Game Store has effectively they've I remember for his thing it was Paragon.
Yeah.
Paragon, a lot of people said it was a great game.
I know you can get it. You can like download like all of the figures, all the assets and stuff for it, which is kind of cool. Like I did look at a few of them like to see if there's anything I could use for it. I don't know as far as the legality of being able to use any of that for commercial use, so I didn't really want to play around with it too much. Plus a lot of the characters are just stylized beyond the point that I can really use them, so.
Well, that's fair enough, but the truth is, with what they did with Paragon, and they treated their player base like crap, it caused a rift between a lot of their customers who loved Paragon, and because where the Epic Game Store really got its start was, let's be honest, Fortnite. Fortnite is a hell of a free app to have starting out. It's when you have a good anchor point for launching a new service. For instance, The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is a hell of an anchor show for people to sign up for Disney Plus. That is a hell of an anchor point, and I agree with it 100%. And also, it doesn't hurt to have a bunch of classics on there, like Gargoyles, which, oh boy, I really want to watch Gargoyles again on the Disney Plus app. But of course, there's when it comes to the Epic Game Store, they're buying rights to these games. For instance, Borderlands 3. They're buying advanced rights to the Metro series and the Outer Worlds going forward, and they're making it to where you can only get it on PC through the Epic Game Store. If you ask me, that is the wrong way to go about it. You do not want to force players. That's the reason why the Tomb Raider franchise never took off the way it did. Because guess where it was only available on for the first year of its life? Xbox.
I guess it was. Wasn't it?
Yeah. It was only available on Xbox. And then, after that, dig this, after that, when it finally got released on PlayStation, people finally started playing it, but by that point, it was already too late.
Yeah, I think I bought it for Xbox. And I mean, it's one of those things. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, especially when it comes to shooters and things like that. You know, the mouse is just the way to go, absolutely. And so, well, I think I ended up getting it again on like a super low sell on Steam. And so
a lot of people
I just have
did.
all three on there now.
But you see, doing exclusivity, whenever it's something that is promised to be multi-platform, but yet you deliberately buy it out, which is why I don't have a problem with Sony doing that with I do have a problem with them doing it to certain games. However, games like Bloodborne, games like Uncharted, games like the God of War, games like Horizon Zero Dawn, I don't have a problem, or Persona 5, which I wish to God they would finally do it on PC or Switch.
I want them to do Horizon Zero Dawn on PC.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be awesome on PC.
I need to get the next generation PlayStation whenever it comes out.
But overall, Sony's the one who paid for development of that. Same thing with Bayonetta. That's the reason why Bayonetta is now almost completely exclusive on Nintendo systems, is because Nintendo paid Platinum Games, or not Platinum, is it Platinum, or is it, I forget, but they paid the developer to develop that game, and look what happened. And now you got Bayonetta in Super Smash Brothers, you got Bayonetta 3 being developed for the Nintendo Switch, you got both the first two Bayonetta games available on Nintendo, and I don't have a problem with Bayonetta being exclusive only to Nintendo, because Nintendo saved it from developmental hell. Because it's just like the Dead Space series. It's just like the Dead Space series. It's just like the Silent Hill series. It's just like the Metal Gear Solid series. I wish a studio could come along and save them from developmental hell. I wish, if Microsoft really wants to unbury themselves from the pit of exclusivity, of like exclusive games that they've dug themselves into, they need to buy the Silent Hill franchise. They need to buy the Metal Gear Solid franchise, and they need to buy to buy these properties that have fan bases that will stay loyal to you.
How do you feel about the Half-Life Alyx being kind of like into VR?
I am worried about it, but I'm excited because VR games, if there's a company that is learning how to do VR games right, Steam is one of them. Steam, and plus it's Steam handling it from the ground up, which is good because it's the first mainline Half-Life game that we've got since
Half-Life 2, episode 2.
Yeah, which had an ending to it that we've had to sit on for over a decade.
Well, I'm pretty sure that. I mean, I imagine maybe they're testing the water to see if this is successful, and maybe. But I mean, they've already kind of like.
I think in truth they're probably doing the build in VR, but if it isn't as successful in VR, then guess what they'll do? They'll probably release it first-person version. They'll probably release a strict first-person version and have it to where it works like that.
You know, I've wondered, like, and I think maybe that's one of the reasons that like VR just kind of it's weird for me, is like the floating hands thing.
Yeah,
doesn't look right. Like, is that why? I mean, I think it would look better if you just managed to put the arms.
There are games that do have that. However, the motion tracking and everything, what they're trying to figure out is how to fully track everything from like the shoulder down to where it will be in your full peripheral, it'll be in your full vision, and it won't be fully disorienting.
Take the handle, have a cord with a sensor that you like the little strap.
Well, they're trying to make it as simple as possible, because you already have to do a lot with the with it as is. The wrist strap, the hand strap, the
but I mean, if you're already putting the big
synchronize.
thing on your head and strapping that in, you might as well.
But the more
so.
problems that exist, the more potential problems that exist. For instance, what if this slips down and thus your forearm just goes blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues that can arise, and they're figuring it out. They're figuring out how to do like full mapping from the camera sensors they have right here. And once they do that and they get the mapping down of the person, they actually are. I think what they should do is have someone stand out like this, turn their arms over like this. Same thing here. Like bring their hands, like turn their hands over, bring them out, roll their arms over like this, and fully map them like that. So that way, anytime the camera or sensor detects it, it'll show your full arm, like from your shoulder down.
I think that needs to be developed before I can look at it beyond more than just like an arcade game or something that you would go, like you go to arcade and it'd be like one of the shooting ones, and it just, I don't know.
Well, full deep dive VR, I think once you're able to fully control it with your thoughts, because like, if we're talking like Sword Art Online, I knew you were going to go there once I said that. Once you go to that level, full deep dive where you can fully control it with your mind, I think there's going to be clunkiness. There's always going to be clunkiness because right now, keep in mind with VR, we're still in the beta form. Keep in mind with VR, we're still in the beta form, dude. We're still in the full-fledged beta of this entire thing.
It's kind of it's like how VR has tried in the past, where it's kind of like it's going through these iterations, and hopefully it doesn't necessarily die out again, but definitely there's a lot of hurdles for it to cross over, but But speaking of game development, you wanted us to talk about Star Citizen, right?
Oh, that's right. Star Citizen officially passed $250 million in terms of total funding. I think we've railed on Star Citizen in the past, and here's what I'll still say.
You have.
Oh yeah, you're more optimistic.
Yeah.
Me, I'm more pessimistic because the returns that the fans are seeing from it, to me, do not justify the cost. But that's my take on it. Your personal take is you see the ships, you see the potential possibilities, you see
there's
see the bigger picture.
The problem that I have, and part of the reason why I don't want to jump into it, I did there was a free trial a couple weeks back.
Yeah,
and I got it, and there's a learning curve to it, but it's interesting. I think what you can do, what's available needs to be expanded. Part of the reason why I don't want to jump into it is because I have this habit with games where I will binge the hell out of it, and then I'll reach a point where it's like this. I've reached the saturation on it, and then I don't want to play it anymore. And same thing with like movies and games and things like that. Where I hit a saturation, so I don't want to jump into it prematurely, not get the full experience out of it, like with Squadron 42, which has a full campaign. So,
that's one thing I will talk about. Squadron 42. I have actually signed up for it. I actually devoted. I looked more and more at it, and I looked at the gameplay, and I looked at the story, and I looked at the people they had involved, and honestly, I gave them my money, and I'm signed up for the beta.
Do you have that and the what is it? Infinite Universe or something like that. What is it called? The something universe.
I do not have that. I do not have the universe yet, but I did sign up for for Squadron 42. I'm going to dip my toes in that before I dip my toes into Star Citizen, like the full universe of Star Citizen.
Yeah.
But Squadron 42, I'm excited for because I like the actors in it. The story seems interesting enough to me, and the intricacy of the gameplay I actually find very interesting.
I do like that ability of being able to. It's the fighter ship game, and there's a lot of physics that goes into it, which is kind of cool.
Battling in atmosphere versus in space. I actually showed Nick some of the stuff with that, and he's interested in it.
Yeah, like the ships, you have to consider your inertia when you turn and stuff. You will drift, and especially it's dangerous if you're in an asteroid field or something.
Oh yeah.
Well, I like that attention to detail, but that being able to
the on-ground gameplay, the first person aspect, and the how you can go about it. You can go full on warrior, just go in guns blazing, or you can be stealthy about it. I mean, those are the two primary ways of playing a game.
And the ships just look fucking awesome, especially the big
the
ones,
ships look amazing.
I think it's like the 600i or something.
I will always give it up to Chris Roberts. Chris Roberts, way back when he did Wing Commander, the man knows how to design ships. The man knows how to design ships and make them look interesting. Yeah. I wasn't sure how it was going to translate into the full 3D space because, in all honesty, Chris Roberts has not been in full control of a game design since the Wing Commander series. Yeah. But now that we're in the full 3D space and the finer details can be revealed on each ship, it's amazing the level of detail that they've gone to. And I'm hoping, keyword there, hoping that Squadron 42 is as good as advertised. And if it is, then I'd love to play it, and I'd love to go through it all. And I'd love to see what Star Citizen has to offer once Squadron 42 is out. Because they're playing the long run right now with the game development.
It definitely seems like it's in a way, I think it to some degree is detrimental how long the development is taking in these iterations, but it could give them a lot of feedback as far as the players that do play a lot of the beta stuff or alpha or whatever it's in, to fine tune, because they always, like every few months they're coming out with updates and stuff. I think they're on coming up on 3.8 or something now, which is, it definitely. I follow a channel called Morphologus. It's an architect that just he goes through all the ships and analyzes every detail and stuff. And there's one that he was talking about the big yacht they have. It's 200 meters long, whatever. And it's so cool.
Yeah. I've always found the when I saw the original concept work for Star Citizen, I think it was back in 2013, 2012, whenever I first saw the campaign, or when I first saw the campaign on Indiegogo or something like that, and I saw how much it had raised in that small amount of time, and it was at that time it actually became the highest crowdfunded thing of all time.
Yeah, they had to completely change what they were planning on doing, just they made so much money off of it.
Well, and then they went, and then I remember they said, it's planned for release around 2014. It's I can't wait to see how this goes out.
5 years later.
5 years later, we are still waiting to see a release date. And say Chris Roberts on Christmas Day all of a sudden says, okay, release date for Squadron 42.
See, that one I can see release date, but it's kind of with the expanded or the whole universe one. I don't know if it's kind of difficult to say what their time, because they're just now. They've just finished, I guess, their standard star system. They still have to build other star systems, and I don't know how long all of that whole process takes, but it sounds like years down the road if there's ever a final we're done kind of thing with the game, but. Yeah, it's interesting. I look forward to definitely getting Squadron 42 and using that as a gateway to the rest of it. And it's a game that naturally, especially the universe part, definitely kind of forces you into the multiplayer thing, which for me,
you see, the best games have a good single-player aspect and a good multiplayer aspect. Yeah. They always do. For instance, Uncharted 2, Halo. The Halo games, the first 3 Halo games have really good campaigns, and they also have really, really good multiplayers online. And then same thing with Uncharted 2. I remember when the Uncharted 2, when the trailer dropped, I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to play this game. And the campaign's awesome. And then they said, oh wait, there's more. And then they show the online component, and I'm like, what? You mean everything that you do in the main game also works in multiplayer? For instance, you climb up this cliff and there's this guy up there dominating with a rocket launcher, and he's standing right at the edge. You creep up, you get right up underneath him, and you can pull him off the thing and kill him. Nice. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then if you see him coming up fast enough and you hit the button fast enough, you can actually kick them off the edge and kill them that way. But I remember playing that online. That was a lot of fun. And it's just the more I really wish that games that are developed would be single play. Me saying this isn't fair. I wish that games would look to engross their fan base with an interesting story, whether that's through like single player or multiplayer. That's completely up to the like, for instance, I think Destiny is the closest one that has come to fully engrossing characters in a almost completely online world, where you can play with you can go solo if you want to. Not recommended, because there's some shit out there that if you try and do solo, you are going to get your shit pushed in. But if you do it with your friends, if you get your friends online and they level up too beside you, then you can do almost anything in that game. And I like that Destiny is doing that, and I also like the fact that Bungie is now free of Activision, and Bungie's doing their own thing, and they're self-publishing. And I'm hoping that they're able to right the ship that Activision willingly messed up.
One of the aspects of Star Citizen that I'm kind of skeptical on is, one, I've been waiting to see like the frigates and destroyers and stuff, like the really big ships that look, because again, just being able to go through all of that and see what's inside is just cool to me. It's not really, it doesn't, do anything if the gameplay isn't there, but it's cool to see all that stuff. But there's the aspect of like, these things are so expensive that you need like 20 or 30 people to all chip in to buy it or something. That aspect, it kind of is like, okay, so we're, everybody's putting in money to, get the ship that, I mean, do we own it? Do we, it's kind of, it's a little, it kind of seems like gray territory.
It's if you, I dig the, like, once you get enough people in on something, say you all go in even Stevens on it. Say there's a frigate that you all want, you all vote on it, agree on it, and you all go in even Stevens 6 ways. Say you and like 5 friends go in 6 ways.
Vampiric is saying some of the ships they are offering are thousands of real life dollars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the destroyer, I think it's like $2,500.
That's fucking absurd.
One, that creates a really, that's going to create an issue for people like, as far as that, people that have the money can certainly buy that, and that's going to give them an advantage.
If they're doing pay-to-win bullshit, I'm not going to play it.
But there, generally a lot of it is pay-to-win as far as the idea of like, more the better, more advanced ships are going to cost more. That
to me is a bit shitty.
Pass for me, though.
That's shitty.
You can rent the ships for a lot more price.
Rent, wow.
Which is weird. I don't. Yeah.
Well, no.
Basically, you can rent it for like, I guess, like an hour or day or 7-day period.
Well,
stuff like that.
My whole thing with it is, that's why I'm only jumping in on Squadron 42, because there's none of that shit. Yeah. As far as I know.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. But the very moment,
we'll watch them like charge you. Hey, you want this good ship for the campaign? Well, you're gonna.
Well, hopefully, Cloud Imperium will see the good shit that's going on, and people and like these companies saying, no, we don't need microtransactions. Like Respawn. I hate that everyone's giving EA credit for. It's like EA has developed a new game for a new Star Wars game, and I'm like, EA didn't develop it.
Is it the media giving them credit?
Yes. Yeah. Everyone in the friggin' media is just saying, oh, EA has really stepped up their game.
No,
EA ain't stepped up shit. It's Respawn.
What it's done
Stop giving EA credit for Respawn's work. EA didn't do that shit. Stig Asmussen and his team at fucking Respawn made that game. Don't you dare give credit to EA when it was Respawn who did all the work.
The only thing that game did for EA was just show how absurd their fucking excuses
Exactly. Because the game is so successful. So many people have bought that game. So many people have like gotten into BD1 and have gotten into Cal Kestis and Seer and all of the characters in that freaking game, and look at it. It's amazing. I love the game. I'm actually going to try and finish it sometime this week, maybe.
No, so you haven't got to that. So
no, I'm saving myself on spoilers because I've heard.
Where are you at?
I've beaten the Ninth Sister, and I am. Let's see. I finally got all the stuff for.
Have you gone to Dathomir yet?
It's actually, I have gone to Dathomir. I went very early in the game, but now I can progress further because I have unlocked all the movements.
There's
a lot of stuff on Dathomir, I've heard.
There's pretty cool stuff towards the end, so yeah, but I won't spoil anything.
Okay, thank you for not spoiling, because it's just been a really busy like couple of weeks, and I haven't been able to finish it because I really want to play it on stream. I really want to finish it and play it on stream.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, speaking of stream, let's get to some memes. How many we got, Nick? 8. Okay.
I feel like you're a little far over or something.
First
It's
one
my
is
OCD.
from Juggernaut 61.
All right, Jug.
Let's get it, Juggernaut.
Here we go.
I remember the Juggernaut suit in Call of Duty 2. That was the
Yeah.
coolest fucking thing.
It was.
No, this is Patrick.
No, this is Patrick.
This is Patrick.
No, this is Patrick.
Gun safety. Always keep your gun on safety when you're not ready to fire.
Jesus Christ.
Incredible, big clown. I told you what. Get in the truck.
Seen that one before?
Yeah.
We'll either be very, very successful quickly, or we're going to be very, very successful in a different way quickly.
What?
Welcome to the Salty Platoon. How tough are you?
How tough am I? How tough am I? I had a bowl of milk for breakfast this morning.
Yes, so?
Without any milk.
Right this way, so.
He's a
Nerd.
Okay, that was good. Oh, nice burrito, man. Whoa. Oh, wow.
Look at this.
Oh, oh, please tell me this is one of the one that fails. Yes! Yes!
The budget was going to say, the U.S. is going to have to borrow more than $1 trillion.
I would not be surprised if that was what he was really doing. Just like fidget spinning, just like, this is awesome. Yeah. We have stolen artwork on our fucking shit. Buy it now.
Alright, next one's from Azure. For those of you who haven't seen what these guys made, oh god, and by these guys he means us.
Oh no! Oh god, no! Don't!
This is the meme that was not my favorite next name.
Here we go! Woo!
It's gotta be.
Oh wait, just wait.
God.
I can't wait to see Minnie's reaction to that. I really hope he keeps that.
Everybody in the comments, like, we're definitely sending this to him, right?
Yeah. Everyone should send that to Minnie because I want to see his reaction, and I guarantee he's gonna see that. He's just gonna be like, "Really? We're back to Ricardo. We're back to okay, fine. We're back to Ricardo." And then he's gonna see Panda just be like, "What the hell, Anthony? No!" And I hope he sends it to Panda, and we just hear Panda go, "It's the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life." I hope so. I freaking hope so. Oh God.
What you got next?
What's next?
From Wyvern.
Uh-oh.
I think it's the same as Azure, I can't remember though.
Wyvern? Actually, Wyvern sent me something on Discord. Let me see what that's all about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the same person actually. Same Wyvern.
Yep, there it is.
Azure's got like 17 names. It's short.
Oh, yes! Polish artillery!
Fucking idiot. Jesus.
Yeah! Now, you want to know if rednecks ran a nation? Poland. Let's be honest. Redneck ingenuity at its finest. A trash can for a cannon. A trash cannon, if you will. I'm a genius!
What you got next?
This one is from Hans the Flammenwerfer.
Hans Flammenwerfer. Ja, das ist gut, ja. Masses.
That's the next one.
Yeah.
Should we finish them? Finish them. Finish them? Ignoring Commandant! He appears to be the victim of some sort of enemy nerve gas! What? Hello?
Are these like tank commander radios? Or
Yeah, Company of Heroes quotes.
I dare you.
This amuse you? Think you're clever, right? Christ. Keep it going, Keep it going. You want me to dance? I'll fucking
Je want me
dance
to
if
dance.
you click me again. Tell
We
us
can
the
dance
plans,
if we want
Mr.
to.
fucking guy.
We can leave our friends behind, and if you don't dance with us, you don't dance here. No friends of mine.
we
Fräulein.
go to a death camp.
This asshole.
Put them in the camps.
You are distracting the communications net, asshole. Who is doing that incessant button tapping? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fuck off, sir.
Okay, Mr. Clickface. You're a douchebag. Have you been drinking? You seem underage. Ah, you're a fucknut. Fucking good.
Fucking
Nice.
That goddamn luck, you swine. You think I want to clean all this shit? Destination set. The bastard infantry will try to hide in this rain. Rain. Open top.
That's like my response, like every time someone leaves a dick comment on one of our videos. Ah, you're a fuck nut.
Ah, you want That's good. All right, what's next?
Alright, this is from Freelancer Dan. He said possibly a reaction, maybe, to however you pronounce this.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. Oh, God, no! Oh.
Of our lives, taking each second for granted.
Ooh,
What would you do if you knew how much time you had left?
Unus honest.
1 year.
This channel, much like all of you, has a limited amount of time.
And every day we march ever closer to this channel's inevitable doom.
That means we'll be uploading every single day until the clock strikes 0.
And then it's game over.
Bye-bye.
Game over.
Finished.
Curtains.
Gone.
Night-night.
Dead.
Forever.
Make no mistake, this doesn't mean that we'll just stop uploading.
When time runs out, we will be deleting this channel and every single video on it.
And you'll never be able to see them again.
Because much like death, you can't take it with you.
All we'll have is the memories that we make along the way.
And merch. But the choice is yours.
Will you join us?
Or will you miss out on
What channel was this?
Unus Annus.
of Unus Annus?
I'm assuming they moved to a second channel.
No, they actually, they've actually,
Subscribe now.
they've actually made a separate Unus Annus channel. It's Markiplier and, forget the other guy's name.
For thyself to know.
For there are no second chances.
And if you miss out, all you'll be left with is regret.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Unus Annus.
So, I hate to break it to you guys, but you say all the videos will be gone the very moment, a year goes by. Not if someone downloads every single video, because let's be honest, there's
They'll get archived somewhere.
yeah, they'll get archived and reposted somewhere. I guarantee you.
There's
And then-
always a person.
And then all of a sudden, Mark will just be like, "What do you mean Unus Annus videos are still up somewhere?" Oh God! They put them all on BitTorrent. Son of a bitch!
LimeWire.
LimeWire or Pirate Bay. It's like, oh come on, BitTorrent. At least use Pirate Bay. Come on, makes more sense.
Dr. Dell said Markiplier for next Bond. I could get behind that.
I could see that.
Is he British?
No, he's American, very hard American with Korea. His mom's Korean.
Nice.
He's half Korean, half white. His dad's German. Was German, I think, because his dad's his next name is Fischbach, which I think is very very Nordic or very German, very Nordic.
I never really watched Markiplier. The only video that I watched of him was him talking about YouTube a few weeks back, like fucking over his stream or something.
Yeah, because the anti-spamming thing that YouTube put in place,
fucking
and then
stupid bot system because they're too goddamn lazy to fucking hire.
Oh yeah,
people.
Which hey, speaking of stupid bots, hey Toho. You keep blocking our My Hero Academia reactions, and there's other channels out there that include more footage, as much footage, or more footage than we do, but yet their videos are still up for some conspicuous reason. What the hell? Also,
It's a personal grief.
Oh yeah. Because here's the thing, we actually had one of our one of our One Punch Man reactions flagged for copyright. It had a copyright claim on it and was blocked. Well, I submitted the appeal last night, and Bandai Namco, the company who struck down the video, or who claimed the video and had it blocked, immediately, this as of 12:41 p.m., less than 24 hours after the claim was made, released it. So the video's back. Our video of One Punch Man is back up. No worries, no problems. But My Hero Academia, which other people have out there, and like the normies, Blind Wave, and various other channels out there who have just as much footage, if not more than us. Theirs are still up, but ours have been struck down. This literally makes no sense, and I am sick and tired of it happening over and over again. I have done everything in my power to try and talk to Toho. I have sent the guy who is overseeing their copyright stuff, Mr. Sato. Yeah. I've sent him 5 emails over the last few days and haven't received a friggin' word.
Sounds like you upset somebody.
Oh, apparently so. I don't know why. We have nothing but glowing praises for My Hero Academia. We love the show. We love it. It's such a good show, but yet they keep blocking our reactions for no reason. We aren't even making money off of them anymore. I actually haven't put out the video yet because I was gonna post it probably at the end of this week. We are officially demonetized. We are officially not monetizing our TV show and anime reactions anymore because we feel like honestly it's as of this moment it's like I don't think it's worth it to monetize it, and plus I just think it just to make it easier on everybody to access them and watch them at their own leisure.
No, you'd be more familiar than I am with it. Are you able to have your video be manually reviewed before you post it, so that way you don't run it?
No, YouTube has to flag it, and then you submit an appeal. Then they manually review it. You see, that's the point.
I guess I get it because they're afraid then people will be smart and intelligent and just fucking manually have all their shit manually reviewed first before they post it.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
No, yeah, exactly. It makes no sense.
Their reliance on
bots,
on half-baked and fucking automated systems.
Yeah. Oh, and also here's another thing too. If My Hero Academia, if Toho wants to monetize our reactions and reviews of them, if they want to monetize them, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I mean, I think it'd be a little bit sketchy, but at the same time, I would find it a lot better than them outright blocking the video, which honestly is not violating any laws. And if they are, then why the hell are all the other videos still up? I'm done with my bitching on Toho. It's been 2 weeks on this crap, and I'm very tired of it. Next meme, Nick. Go ahead. Sorry. Can't hear you, Nick.
No.
Next one is from Jerry the Hero.
Oh, all right, Jerry. Thank you. There it is. USA, I got a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day. The sun is shining. Let's say a salute to the American race.
I need to catch up with American Dad.
Oh.
So that was the whole opening credit, just
from the neighbor's perspective. From the neighbor's perspective. That's pretty damn funny. Imagine having to wake up to that literally every morning. Yeah. Good morning.
Exactly.
Shut up, Stan! Shut up! Shut up!
You fucking play it. Do it. Do it. I'll fucking run over you with my car.
It's like, good morning, U.S. All right, what's next?
Hands him in the garage door.
Okay, Asher says, I recently got into a small group making a raider faction based around a small-time streamer called C3SD4Y who made a Fallout 4 Metro settlement. The raider gang has a bit of lore, even flagged as alliance flags will be sent to Nate as well.
Yes, he sent it to me. They actually look really good, Wyvern. They look very, very good. The Tuesdays Troublemakers. Ah. Wait, this music. Yep, this is in a House in a Heartbeat by Jon Murphy. 28 Days Later. Yep.
It's always good. The one thing I can play on like a bass guitar or whatever. Because it's like literally 3 or 4 strings. What is this game?
This is a Metro. This is a Metro Oberland mod for Fallout 4.
Gotcha.
Oh, this is like a full piano version of this.
Yeah, some versions of the song go on for like 8 minutes.
Dude, well, some versions of some songs creep me the hell out. This right here, I like this because it's very poetic, very atmospheric. I love this.
Are you sure you said the right person who wrote the song?
Yeah.
I could have sworn the song was
That's Jon Murphy.
Yeah, Jon Murphy.
It might be a band that he was in that did the version that was in 28 Days Later, but he's the composer of the song. It's a whole lot like Danny Elfman, how Danny Elfman used to be in Oingo Boingo, and while he was composing songs early on, he actually let Oingo Boingo play some songs on his on the movie soundtrack, but he overall composed them.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, East Hastings is by Godspeed You Black Emperor.
Okay.
I need to pull out my piano and try and play that.
But there's also a version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star that was done for Dead Space.
Yeah,
that creeped me out, dude. I love that
honestly,
version.
when the trailer first came out for that, back in what was it, like 2008 or
2007 actually, because the game came out 2008, 2009. Oh yeah, I was sold too. I saw that trailer and I'm just like, ooh,
yep.
because all you hear is that rendition. It sounds like it's coming through like a broken radio broadcast.
Yeah,
and then you see and you see like it very slowly zooms in on the ship.
Like I played it the other day because I was like, it's been so long since I heard that. I played it a few weeks ago. And I was like, oh man, this plays a lot faster than I remember it. I remember it being like slow, real slow.
They did distance it out a bit for the trailer. Oh, yeah. Also, another cover that works really well for what it was in. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross and Karen O from the Yayas. They actually did a version of the Immigrant Song for the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the one that came out back in like 2011.
Yeah.
Dude, and the opening to that movie had that as its intro, as its intro song, and the visuals that came with it were friggin' amazing all the way through. I haven't been that entertained by an intro in a very long time. But Fallout 4, I haven't played Fallout 4 in so long, dude. I remember once I beat it, I was just like that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of mods. People have built a lot of mods for it that I'm interested in playing, and that one looks very interesting.
I did that with Command & Conquer Generals, actually, the RTS game, Command & Conquer game.
Yeah.
I'd always heard about these mods where they got cool new units, and back in the mid 2000s, I was all about Command & Conquer. I was loving that shit, playing all the time. But I never really got into the whole mod thing. I didn't want to. As a kid, I was always afraid of like breaking our family computer by doing that shit with like viruses and shit. And so I never messed with that. But now I have all the the virus protection on my computer. So last year I was trying out new things. So it's cool. Just even like as old of a game as it is, it's dated graphics and stuff. It's still fucking fun.
Oh yeah. But what's the next meme there, Nick?
I looked it up real quick. I was thinking of Godspeed You Black Emperor being in 28 Days Later, which is a different song that they did on the soundtrack.
Ah, okay.
It's not actually on the official soundtrack. I think they to release it that way, but it is in the movie.
They also did 28 Days Later in, or no, not 20. They did the Sunshine. Well, they did both.
Well, yeah.
In Kick-Ass.
Well, yeah. They had that, and they also had because I remembered it was Jon Murphy is actually
he did both.
Well, it's because he loves working with Matthew Vaughn and Danny Boyle. Mm-hmm. He actually gave a few songs to 28 Weeks Later as well.
Yeah,
I like Jon Murphy is just a really good composer because I remember his theme his theme to Sunshine. That's actually been used in movie trailers so much because of how epic it is.
It was used in Kick-Ass when what's his Big Daddy?
Yeah, when Big Daddy
when he gets taken hostage and Hit Girl
comes in and just starts doing work.
That dude, there was some brutal fucking kills in that movie. Like the microwave and the dude getting crushed in the compactor.
Yeah, the microwave one made me laugh because they're literally standing outside of the thing, and the two gangsters are just like, so does this work like a regular microwave or what?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, push some buttons and throw them in. And as soon as they throw him in, he's just like, it's like, do you know where the Coke is? Do you know? It's like, holy
awful,
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so awful. But
I think, and the best part, me and my friends when we saw it because we were in high school at the time, we all died laughing on when we were first introduced to Hitman. All right,
Hit Girl and Big Girl. Was it when he shot her?
You're gonna be fine, baby girl. Bam! He just fucking flies.
And Nicolas Cage, I don't think you could have gotten anyone better to play that part. Nicolas Cage was Big Daddy.
That's the kind of role that he needs to do. Not so much the Ghost Rider, more of like the comical type.
Yeah,
I didn't mind him in Con Air too.
He also was fairly serious in that in certain parts where he was talking about how her childhood was stolen by the guy who put him in jail, and in turn made his wife kill himself. In which that made him unhinged. But yeah, it was a good movie overall.
Just don't do another National Treasure movie, please.
They've been talking about it, dude. They've been talking about it.
Oh my god, what are they gonna do this time? Like, how many more other documents and like U.S. artifacts do we have for them to like?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, they could find the
Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna steal the Emancipation Proclamation.
I'm not even gonna bring up the thing that we saw the other day because I already derailed this for the event too.
Sorry. Okay. Go ahead with the next meme, Nick.
Yeah, sorry.
Next meme. Who's it from?
Puffer Boy.
Hey, Puffer Boy. What we got? Oh.
What? Is that what is that? A frog?
That's a puffer fish.
Puffer fish. Oh, okay. I feel like this is kind of torturous for it by not having enough water. Oh, well, they're just going to kill it.
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it is kind of messed up.
Feeding him a last meal, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, here, have a carrot, bud. All right, time to die.
This will sweeten your meat.
Well, it's better than what they do. Have you heard about what they do with the ortolan birds?
No.
Okay. Ortolan birds are illegal to consume worldwide. It is illegal to eat them because of the tortured history those birds have. Number one, they were captured, and how it used to be is they were captured, and they put them in cages filled with grapevines that were putting out grapes.
Right.
They then gouged the birds' eyes out. And it would cause them to think it was night and would make them ravenous, so they would gorge themselves until they were 3 times their natural size. And then, after they were done eating, they would reach in, they would clip the bird's wings, and then they would drop them in a barrel of Armagnac, which is a form of cognac. And they would drown them in that, and then they would fry them up.
Dude.
Oh, I know.
People can be some fucking brutal motherfuckers.
Well, if history's taught me anything, is that as we have encroached more and more forward in society, the less brutal we have gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah. People want to complain, oh, the world's more brutal now than it's ever been. No, it's only brutal now because you know.
Yeah.
Because versus thousands of years ago. Okay, 1,000 years ago when Genghis Khan was on his conquest, the man killed over 40 million people. Think about that. 40 million people. And the world did not know a friggin' thing.
Yeah, I mean,
nowadays, the world is so connected, if a man kills 4 people, we know about it. If a man in a populated area such as that kills 4 people, we know about it. Let alone 40 million. If a man kills 40 million people the way Genghis Khan did by raping, pillaging, lopping their heads off, dragging them behind their horses until they were literally nothing but chunks of quivering flesh, people will know. People nowadays would flip the hell out and just be like, "This man must die."
Well, that's why I don't think we're gonna have any more world wars and stuff. Even if things get societally kind of get rough and stuff in certain areas, like people are worried about your privacy and stuff, getting being seen by the government and everything. Obviously, that is an issue in and of itself. But I don't think we're gonna have you might have certain kinds of genocides, but they're gonna get clamped down on real fast.
Well, we say that, but there's certain ones that I really wish we would deal with. For instance, Boko Haram. I think Boko Haram, every single member of that organization needs to be flayed and hung up in front of all the people that they've tortured, because these guys literally went into these African villages after these villages got into democracy and got into Western education and actually educating themselves with with mathematics, science, and all this stuff that Western education has brought with it. And these guys basically moved in and killed and tortured all the teachers, and not only that, they stole all the women and have raped the women, made the women have children, and then have the women raise their children with the ignorance that this group is portraying, all because they want to stay in blissful ignorance, where men are in full control and women have no choice but to just be breeding machines. Yeah. That's it.
There's certainly,
I hear about that. It makes me want to go. It makes me want to go on a conquest and lop all those motherfuckers' heads off, because I hate people like people like that. I despise
imperialists.
Exactly. But the very moment that America tries to move in and do anything, all of a sudden to the world we're imperialists. Because look, I get it. America does not have the best history when it comes to liberating places and all that. I get that.
Bringing places, democracy, and
freedom. because look, because at the time we thought we were fighting communism, but in truth it was all shadow wars conducted by the federal government to give us better prices on oil and to pretty much run world proxies and keep the military-industrial complex rolling. I get that. Trust me. I've done my history on all this, and America hopefully has learned, and I think we as Americans have learned our lesson on what to trust and what not to trust. But that being said, I mean, we did elect an annoying orange as president, so I don't know. I mean, it all depends. I mean, as much as I bag on the guy, I don't hate him as much as most people. I know there's a lot. He's ignorant. He's an asshole, and he's very unfeeling. But I don't know.
I can't stand him, but man,
there's worse people out there.
I'm certainly not fucking voting for him. I can tell you that. But there's a lot of bipartisanship that goes into everything as well.
Yes. Yeah, there is. So. All right, Nick. What's the next meme?
Next one is from the one White Run guard.
Oh, White Run.
$3 donation. Also
thank you. $3 donation from the White Run guard. Thank you very much, good sir.
Enter the heroes was $2.
Oh, thank you.
Dude, you need some help?
No, I'm twice the adventurer you are.
Okay, it's not a competition. Man, look, the combination is on the claw. How are you getting this wrong?
I know what to do. This ain't my first cave.
Ow.
Look, just turn the claw around and match up the symbols. Fine, you know what? Get yourself fucking killed.
That's not the combination.
What?
It's a trick.
It's not a trick.
You'll never make it that easy.
What they did, though.
Then why make a combination at all?
I have no fucking idea.
Do it.
Fucking suck at this.
I'm twice the adventurer as you. Ow.
Yeah, I got you now.
Are you fucking with my nature?
Whoa, what? With a bow? I was hunting.
Then you were fucking with my nature.
No, a lot of animals hunt. That's just the circle of life.
You humans, you don't know shit about the circle of life. Because you live in a triangle of death.
What?
All you do is kill things.
Yeah, and why do you think we do that?
Because it's in your nature. You set me up. I don't give you shit.
Oops. Sorry.
Got it.
Good job. Good job. Make sure none slip through the cracks.
Okay, I told you never to bug me when I'm...
I want to see more of that. We might do that as a reaction series because that was very funny.
That's pretty good.
Real quick, I just want to send a shout out to Leah, my mother.
Okay.
She's the one that provided me my upgrade that is going to be coming from my workstation.
That's awesome.
So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Can't wait to see you in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully you'll
She lives
whenever
right
we
on
can.
the beach in Florida, in St. Lucia.
Oh yeah. When are y'all leaving?
I'll be going down 19th.
19th.
So, yeah.
Okay. So
Day after
for that
podcast that day, and then I guess we'll skip Christmas and New Year's, right?
Yeah. For those of you who are wondering about that, we will not be at Primordic Studios for the podcast. We might actually skip the podcast altogether. I don't know.
To be fair,
if we do it,
one of the Wednesdays is on Christmas, and the other one's on New Year's. So.
Yeah, so it'll be difficult to do that. I mean, it'll be difficult to pull the podcast off because my family, we've already worked out when we're doing Christmas and when we're doing New Year's, but I don't know, man. I really don't know.
'Tis the season.
'Tis the season to be miserable.
No, we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I just said a word. You don't have to sing it. God damn it.
Most likely, if
I was singing a parody.
don't do anything on Christmas, and unless you're gonna be doing something random, I'll try to do a gaming stream or something on those days.
We'll see. I mean, if anything, we might do like a little bit of a gifting thing. I mean, I might I might buy 4 mystery gifts and we all just go in and just be like, okay, here we go. It's like one of us opens a gift. Oh, okay, and then it's a good one, and then say the next person steals it. Like do like the Chinese Christmas thing.
They're like the fucking Office where it just drags on for hours and hours.
No, because we don't have that many people. We won't have that many people at all.
I couldn't get into the Office, dude. Some of the humor in there, it's kind of cringy.
Well, I think that's the point of it.
I know. It's like that awkward humor, so I'm weird about it.
All right. Well,
what'd you get next?
The secondhand embarrassment humor is what it is. I don't like it either.
Yeah.
Like, it's got some decent moments, but
it's got its moments. But
my favorite one is the Asian gym prank. That one will never get old to me.
yeah, that was pretty.
All right.
What'd you get next?
What's next?
All right, Lord Dio donated $5.
Come on, Lord Dio.
Za Warudo.
This was the moment he realized he fucked up.
So.
Uh-huh.
Dude is jacked.
You get him, Kenshiro.
He's got abs on his abs.
My God, you could carve meat on that. There you go.
Watcha.
Watcha!
Yes, that's how you do martial arts.
Okay. That's a pretty decent editing job. Not gonna lie, it's pretty decent. Although Kenshiro, thing about Kenshiro is he's just so ridiculously overpowered, especially by the end of the Fist of the North Star series.
Which one?
You guys watch this one because I fully plan to still play through this game. I don't think I've gotten to this point in this game, so I don't want to see this further.
Is this
okay?
Oh, is this Death Stranding?
Artyom.
Okay.
This Metro last night airplane crash.
Okay.
It says it's still sending shivers down my spine.
Ow, my leg. I got a cramp.
So dark with these lights.
Yeah, it is.
Chuck, are you seeing this shit too? Artyom, what is this?
You said they're on a plane?
They are. It's crashed already.
Oh, okay.
They're alive.
Suka.
Ooh. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Kind of reminds me of like Fear with what's her name? Alma.
Oh yeah.
What the hell was that? Shit!
That's called an EMP.
An
EMP.
76715 here! Make us a 3-day! Ask them! Shit! The tower's gone! Connor! We're going down! Speed! What's the message?
Oh, there it is. Yeah. It's over. It's over.
How that would have gone.
Yep.
That would fucking suck. You know, that was one of the things that I watched in Cinema Sins that I didn't think of, like when in Infinity War, when Thanos does the snap.
Yeah.
Planes would have just fallen out of the sky because like the pilots would have just fucking
disappeared. There's actually a Spider-Man video I watched. Think about this. All those people who disappeared off those planes, once they were unsnapped back into existence, were those planes still there?
That's what the dude in CinemaSins asked. Like, do they just appear back in the sky and then fall to their deaths to Earth? You know, doesn't it kind of suck for all the people that died on those planes but didn't get not because they got snapped, just because they died in the plane crashes and stuff, but they don't get to come back. You know, it's a lot of there's a whole mess in that. If you just like snap 3.5 billion people back to existence, there's a whole lot of fucking.
There's a few million who are going to die.
Yeah,
that's
just a lot of chaos.
Yeah, that is.
Like the only thing that we got out of that was fucking Hawkeye's wife's phone is still active, basically. Only
yeah, that's true.
Out of that whole thing, we'll just go ahead and overlook all of the problems that we.
Yeah, just all of them. Just overlook everything.
But
all right, what's next, Nick?
So, I'm not gonna lie, because of the title of this, I looked it up on my phone to pre-screen it. I don't know if it's a good idea for me to play it or not. The title of it is called Welcome to the Cum Zone. And I'm honestly not sure if it's like a violation of YouTube's terms of service or not, because of just how ridiculously over the top it seems to be. So I just don't know, because like it's one of those things. It's like, well, it's up on their page, obviously, but will we get hit because of other bullshit if we play something like this on our podcast?
Nick, I will leave this up to you. If you want to play it and you want to see what it's going to be all about, and if it gets to a point where you're uncomfortable, then cancel.
Chat says, oh no, nope.
Nope.
Nick, no, don't.
Okay, so chat is saying no.
Hannibal says don't risk it.
Oh, Mandible's saying that. Jesus. That's a warning sign right there.
So, yeah, like, we appreciate the donation, courtesy amounts of $3 donation. If you want to DM me something else, I just don't know about that. I don't want to risk us getting like a terms of service strike or something.
Yeah, because we've already got a warning.
Like, how old is that video? Let me double check. How long has it been up?
Daniel Scott says there was a helicopter crash in Infinity War. That's right. At the end of Infinity War, there was a helicopter that ended up slamming into a building.
For a year,
but, thank you, Daniel Scott.
I don't know. Like I said, Nick, I'll leave a judgment call up to you, whether you want to play it or not. Because I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, I mean, can he pick another one, or do we have to watch this one?
No, we don't have to. I mean, if they want to pick a different one.
Just pick a different one.
Yeah, if you want to send us a different one, man, go right ahead.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the best idea.
All right.
Apologies.
Sorry.
Go ahead with the next one, Nick.
You know how YouTube is.
Assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
So.
No doubt.
I'm sorry, I mispronounced incompetent.
So listen closely to the sounds from the piano.
Okay.
Oh God! What the fuck? Are these supposed to be like pictures or something that we're looking at? What the?
I think it's something that is voice that's been vocoded into the piano, but we're only hearing it through the headphones. I couldn't pick out what it was. I've done stuff like that before, though.
I had to, but I couldn't place it.
They've actually done stuff where the piano keys actually kind of make it sound like, even though it's all piano, it actually sounds like they're like singing and like the Pokemon theme and stuff. And it's actually pretty neat. Yeah, I couldn't tell exactly what that was.
Me neither.
Yeah, what else you got?
The title of it was... It just says a surprising MIDI.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could do like, yeah, with the connecting up to the synthesizer with the MIDI and the MIDI cable. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I can hear it now. And listening, thinking back on it. I'm not a Gnelf. I'm not a Gnoblin. I'm a Gnome.
How many memes you got left?
No.
Oh.
I'm not a Gnelf. I'm not a Gnoblin. I'm a Gnome, and you've been no.
Oh my God, that's so stupid.
Son of a bitch! Oh, and you know what it is? It makes it even worse.
I heard it on the second half of it. Jesus.
I have officially heard I have officially heard the end of my life, and that is what it sounds like. That's literally me falling to my death, and I just hear that in my head. It's like.
No, not this.
And I'll just be like near the end of my fall, and I'll just be like, life is nothing but a meme. Plack. Just splat.
No, do it. Fucking, what was the movie with Jason Statham?
Crank.
Crank, yeah, where you hit
the car.
Boom.
And then,
because that's how that works.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden there he is, just like laying on the ground, and then you hear.
Yeah. Because that's how cars are just trampolines, really. I mean, if you think about it, they're just metallic trampolines that can bounce your body back up.
All right, what's next, Nick? Yes, indeed. Internet.
Dragon Big Born donated $3.
How many memes do we have left?
4.
Okay.
Cuatro.
Yeah, let's take that up.
Bone chimes.
What?
Wait to wake the drogger, I bet. Don't blunder into any of them.
Watch him blunder right into him.
That looks like we're gonna die.
Yeah.
The dude's like, don't blunder in, and he walks right through.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're just like, bruh. Bruh.
So, Azure. So this was made 2 years ago. This would grow up and die when this was.
There it is, yeah.
Oh. Oh, this is after. Yeah.
Oh, this is a like long version.
Oh.
It's kind of cool. Like
yeah,
Ruby
not gonna lie. Oh,
that was always when they revealed that thing, that was creepy as shit. I bet you could sell people on the whole Ruby thing just on this alone. It would be cool to see like a spinoff of Ruby that was like way more serious, like super dark like that or something.
Well,
some sort of like
that's actually the one that I came up. The one with my OCs are actually really dark because each of them has something. Well, two of the main characters have something very bad. Like one of them witnessed the death of his father. And the person that killed his father was, in fact, his mother. His mother killed him when she thought he was going against the family, and thus his whole he was pretty much raised to be really good, like a leader. But when he tried to make a decision for himself, and his father supported it, part of the family rebelled against him and killed his father, and the one who led it was his own mother. Which
totally they could fit like Crow's backstory or something.
Yeah, it could, but at the same time, it's just it's actually the character I came up with, who was based around Micah, and then of course there's the other mate. I actually have two of them fully fleshed out, written out. The other two I'm working on. The other one is the one based off my character, or one I made, Marlowe, who was orphaned and then ran away from the orphanage as early as he could, wound up in a forest filled with faunus, and he actually got adopted by a bear faunus family, and they discovered that he actually has a lot of aura. It's just he's very raw, and he was raised roughhousing. Like that's all he's ever known, and he tries to be nice, he tries to be kind, but he often gives into his brawling nature way too often. But he's I actually tried to send you the one character, because Micah's character
on like fan fiction or something.
No, it's just something I've written.
Oh, okay.
Something I've written. I don't want to put it out there so the world can like change it to their liking. I'd like to develop it, and to the point of where it could be something a lot like how Mark Jang did his his Team Silver trailer, which I know we still need to. I know we still need to react to Regalia, which hopefully here soon we will get a chance to, because he finally finished up his team, in which, if he ever gets permission to do another story, because he actually was an animator for a while for Rooster Teeth, if he ever gets permission to do it, I think it'd be awesome. In which I'm not holding out hope that my characters are going to be worthy of that, but if I can still have it to where I can develop it enough to where I can have something concrete with it, I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But that's just me, though.
Let's catch up with these memes and we'll get to that.
Yeah, let's catch up on the rest of these. Sorry. Go ahead, Nick. Uh-oh.
What
did you lose him?
my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to eat your skin.
Oh boy, here I go killing again. What was that?
Somebody say waffles?
I was just wondering if something new had been announced because somebody in chat said it hasn't. Alright, so Joe Stars donated.
Oh, Joe Star, thank you.
Joe Stars.
Oh, Joe Stars.
$5.
Thank you, Joe Stars, for the $5.
So
Much appreciated, my good friend.
What do you get when a bunch of different sideline U's go to therapy?
I don't know. What would that be?
Oh, God. Here it comes.
All of you, all of us. You couldn't pick a better day to do this.
What's wrong with today?
You're
talking a lot of shit for a guy with Mid-Star Platinum's range.
Let me just back up a bit and there. All better. Now why are you here?
Why are we here? To make you suffer, of course. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Textbook sadism. Already starting off with a bang.
Did we not say that?
Why not?
I'm also confused and frankly concerned. Really? No, just spit it out already so I can go home. It gives me bad memories of not being able to punch a small tank to death. What the hell are you talking about? Remember that time we brought up that guy that looked like David Bowie?
What does that have to do with this?
He had a stand ability that used the small tank as he had a stand small tank as an explosive. It didn't break. Thanks for the reminder to not get soft like you guys did, so I can break anything I want at any time. I don't think even your Star Platinum could have destroyed it. Maybe there's a chance you could try it out.
So you've been traumatized by a series of past experiences that have restricted your ability to trust anyone.
Not bad, Sherlock. I hate it when you're right.
Being right isn't the point. It's trying to understand the client so I may help them appropriately. But let's move on from that. Let's talk about your relationship with your wife.
Ex-wife.
The fact that I wanted a divorce makes me feel better that I even married at all.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Yari yari daze. So
I did because I realized my entire life was fighting against stand users, and eventually more stand users would catch up to me once again. I did it for her safety and my daughter's.
Since you were willing to share, I think I'll stop correcting you from now on.
I respect that.
Is your ex-wife still alive?
Now she is.
I see. Is there anything else you would like to share about the topic?
Not anymore.
All right, then let's talk.
Jesus. I love therapy sessions like that because no matter what happens, everyone still hates each other.
Yeah.
Alright, Jerry the Hero donated $3.
Hey, Jerry the Hero. Thank you very much, my good sir.
Skyrim one, and this one you're about to see is by Shanzos? Or Shanzioz?
Shanzos?
Excuse me.
Hey, Wanderer. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a settlement nearby that's having some trouble with their...
Oh, okay. You must be the do boy from the Minutemen.
Hey, whoa. No. I'm their general.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're their general. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense.
What are you trying to say?
Well, you know, generals are often sent out alone by lesser officers to handle dangerous, low-priority tasks. And...
Look, just where's the fucking settlement, dude?
Where's You're already in the settlement, dude. You think a general would be more perceptive.
No. This is not a settlement.
Oh, yes, this is a settlement. Look, we've got crops.
A crop.
See?
Okay, that is a crop. You didn't even plant that, did you?
Well, my wife did.
Where the hell is she?
Oh, well, she's right over there. Hey, honey, come say hello to the general.
Oh. She's like that sometimes.
I'm sorry. She's very rude when she's hungry.
Listen, you crazy bastard. If you call me out here to kill a bunch of your fucking cousins because you're too damn lazy to move to an actual... You know what? I'm out of here.
What? No.
There's a real settlement up the road if you happen to find your marbles.
Whoa, wait, but this is a real settlement. Look, we've got a sign.
Not anymore.
Okay, so just a bit up the road, huh?
Yeah. Money! Blood bags.
Friggin' serious. You're the new recruit?
That is correct.
Your application said you were a century bot.
I am like a century bot.
You look like the shit a century bot took.
Not accurate.
All I do is kill, no matter what. Body's on my mind, I can never get it.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay?
You're lucky we're desperate. The blue asshole's been...
Oh,
God of mercy.
That's what Lawson tried that.
All I do is kill, no matter what. What? Shut the fuck up. Okay. Uh-oh. What did he send us?
Ah, there it is.
Hello there, old chum. I'm Gnotic Nelf. I'm Gnotic and Noblin. I'm a gnome, and you've been...
So basic.
Gotta spice it up somehow nowadays.
That's expecting the right.
Next one's from Balk Balk.
Balk Balk.
Sadly, this will get cut off, but you can see the points he makes. He's a comedian, by the way.
Which comedian?
So, let me tell you about something that pissed me off, okay? I was driving down the street the other day, and I was just driving around, you know, watching all these other idiots drive like the only requirement for getting a license is being able to drool at 70 fucking miles an hour. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Some of these douchebags will zip by you, and you could swear it's a retard getting a blowjob from Michael J. Fox. There's no value in that. So, these idiots, and suddenly I realized, oh shit! I'm out of tofu! How can I be expected to get through my day without being able to savor some yummy tofu in my face? I'll have to stop and get some fucking tofu! So I pull in at a convenience store to get some wonderful quality 7-Eleven brand tofu. I bring stuff up to the counter and the chick rings up $4.02. So I give her a 5 and I stand there. And she stands there. And I stand there. And she stands there. And I stand there. And it's like she's waiting for... Bitch, what are you waiting for? And she says, well, don't you have 2 cents? Could you give me 2 cents? You got 2 cents, don't you? Yeah, I've got 2 cents. I got them right here. 1 penny, 2 penny. Big fucking deal. I can't do a whole lot with them. I could probably buy Mel Gibson's dignity. I could drop one of these bad boys off the Empire State Building and kill some fucker. But why should I give them to you? And she says, well, it'd make my job a lot easier. Easier, right? Because you're doing some fucking rocket science back there, aren't you? There are people in this quantum mechanics that would shit their brain just thinking about doing your job. It's a good goddamn thing. You're some kind of 12th level retail wizard, or the whole world would run out of cigarettes and fucking Snickers bars, wouldn't they? You know, there are people out there right now, up to their knees in shit, cleaning out the sewers. People hundreds of feet underground, mining coal with their fucking teeth. Kids in Indonesia spending $23 a day making tennis shoes for 7 cents a year. But you don't fuck them because you've got to hand out little pieces of...
Yeah, little pieces of metal that have some sort of value strapped to them.
Right. To be fair, I would be willing to give away change because I'd prefer getting back just bills instead of change. I hate a whole pocket full of change.
You gotta be careful when you work retail because you can get someone who will bite your fucking head off because you went to give them back a bill and they're like, "Why? The whole point of me buying this was to get quarters so I could get a drink out the drink machine outside."
That's why you ask for it before they give you the money back.
It's like, hey buddy, am I supposed to be a mind reader? Am I supposed to know what you're thinking? No, it's a convenience store. You come in at your convenience.
All right, what'd you get next?
All right, the Gaming Warthog donated another one.
All right, Gaming Warthog, what you got for us now?
The next 2 are his.
Oh, well. Yay! Da, 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 if that would have been how the movie would have ended. Rocky Balboa assaults.
You just see like 40 children, you just batting them off to the side. Just piling up.
Yeah, well, the kids were too far behind for him to like really get him like that, like straight out the gate. But after they got up near him, he just put his hands up like this.
No.
Yeah.
Just went through there and just did a little bit of editing around.
Go for it.
I was ready for it. What about this? Oh, I can break this.
Nope.
Are you kidding me? Behind the corner? Okay, he's definitely down there, so I'll take this. Ooh, 1 shot, 2, baby. Oh, I hate these. Not right now.
The spitters. I hate those things.
Spiders won't be an issue right now, but they're
the spitting spiders.
Hello? Don't. Oh, I didn't like that. Why'd you poop? Anybody want to be nice? Oh, this seems like a shortcut, is it? Please say yes. Open sesame. New shortcut. You love to see it. You love to see it. I'll keep on going. What's interesting is all people are saying this game does not deserve to be a game of the year after I've claimed it in the past few videos. Am I going to see something later that's just not going to hit, or what's going on, huh? What's this? Oh, interact?
I wonder if you're gonna...
Oh, yeah. This is where you go from 1 to 2.
Well, you don't do any spoilers for you.
Oh, no, I've already done this.
Oh, no.
I went, like I said, I went to Dothamir first. This is actually, I went to Dothamir first.
Yeah.
It was the first planet I went to, and I got this first, like, on my first trip there.
Is that a double light? What the?
Yep.
What the?
Yep.
Why? Just out of nowhere, he said, let me flex on these. Are you insane?
Do it, kid.
What?
Yeah.
Why did you just do that? Who said you could do that? Why out of nowhere? I'm inspired from being on this planet. I'm gonna have a dual-sided lightsaber. This is my best friend. Thank you for this. How I use this? Switch between two. I just nutted
I kind of felt the same way. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of felt the same way. As soon as that double blade came out, I was just like, "Oh, yes!"
I'm trying to. Have you gotten to the further upgrade?
I've gotten pretty much every upgrade imaginable right
so you
now.
got the one where it's like double sided and then like
yes, yeah, I've seen that. I have seen that a little bit.
I do like that. That's more practical, being able to do that.
Well, yeah.
Start this. You'll hate me for this one from the Game of War.
Oh God.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh no!
What the fuck is this?
This was sent to Mini Lad as a joke. Just as a joke. And Mini Lad hated it. He was so confused by it. He was just like, what was that? Why did that exist? Why is that a thing? And then all of a sudden, it just kept getting sent to him, that stream. He's just like, I get it. And he got so frustrated, it just became a staple on his meme streams.
So just put it in a 1 hour loop.
Jesus Christ.
100 seconds worth of.
Yep.
Do we have to watch all 100 seconds? How much money do they provide?
They provide us with $1. Yeah, it's okay.
Come on, get
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, I can do this too, internet. Hey, watch this. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, Nick, put the camera on me right now. Put the yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I got the all day internet. Yeah, man. 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 I got all day internet. I can be a filthy meme star too.
Dr. Dell said for that Rocky scene, that should have been how it should have ended.
Yes,
Rocky.
Yeah, it should have been how it should have ended. Should have been.
Dell also said 1 hour was 59 minutes and 59 seconds too long.
And vanish.
It's like 1 second for each time. So.
It's 1 second for each cent.
So it's him literally saying that.
Yeah.
Way too many times.
All right. What's next?
One from Balk.
Balk.
I think it's the continuation of that previous one.
Oh, okay.
That last one that we just watched?
No. If it were that,
Ask me to make their job easier for them. I'm gonna whip that bad boy out and say hello to the dick of 1,000 Nickins, you filthy bitch! And I'm gonna beat them until they make an abortion look sexy. I'm gonna all the fucking Picasso doesn't know what they are. And then I'm gonna leave this pile of hemorrhaging useless shit on the floor. And then they're gonna come in the morning and there's gonna be a pile of dead fuck with 2 pigs on their fucking eyes. How do you like it?
Oh, you're sending them across the river Styx. Nice.
They're gonna come in and they're gonna go, oh, looks like the dick of 1,000 Lincolns struck again.
My pennies and laughing at your dead ass. Get this straight, fuckstick. I'm not here to make your job easier. I'm not gonna give you change because that's your fucking job. You don't get paid to give me change. You don't even have to do the math anymore. You don't have to stand back there with a fucking abacus figuring this shit out. All you have to do is reach in the drawer and hand me some shit, and all you can think about is how you can hand me less shit. You know, what if you pay me for sex? relax, okay? What if you gave me money to come over to your trailer and fuck you like your dad, okay?
Oh, wow.
You want to stick this rubber dick up your ass and make my job a lot easier? You wouldn't like that very much, would you? What if one of these days I run over your stupid ass with a Jeep, and when you wake up in the back of the ambulance, the EMT is there going, you know, buddy, would you just die? It saved me a lot of work. You wouldn't be too happy about that, now would you? Get this straight, okay? I don't care how bored, angry, or disgruntled you are. If you ask me to do your job for you, you're gonna eat your next meal through your eye socket. It's gonna be my dick. Hey, you know, okay, you're in high school, maybe you're a college student and you need an extra part-time job. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, I've worked shit jobs too, okay? I know they suck. I had jobs I wanted to commit suicide by locking myself in a closet with a strobe light and epileptic until he flails me to death. Everybody
Oddly specific with that one. Oddly specific.
That dude went a lot of places and bought some real estate.
But hey, you know what, Nick? It's free real estate.
Another one from the game.
All right, Gaming Warthog.
This one's only 9 seconds.
Okay.
How many do we have after this?
This is the last one.
Okay. What the fuck?
I don't want to know.
It's called Ha Ha Yeah Man Reloaded.
No shit.
God.
Oh, God.
At least it wasn't a minute and a half long.
Yeah, at least.
Something else too.
Yeah.
So
is that it for now, Nick?
Yep.
So
all right.
Break into the concept art?
Huh?
Want to pull up the concept art?
Yeah, if you want to. Go ahead.
Go ahead and pull up the Neonami one first, since that's an update.
I'd say it's under pictures.
Yeah, 1.1.
All right. And then, yeah, go ahead and...
You have it on the, whatchamacallit? Capture?
Huh?
We on the capture now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the update for Neonami. Basically, as you can see there...
on you while you talked about it, but the still captures only.
It's all good. Basically, this is an update for Neonami.
Oh, you can add his on there. All you have to do is do video capture, and then add it's video capture number 2. He's got the full screen one up, and he's just doing the wanting to add the.
Okay. So good.
Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. A little bit of technical difficulty. Sorry, I should have prepped it here in the beginning.
Okay. So yeah. Anyways, so this is the just an update to Neonami. Basically, I went ahead and switched out her primary weapon with a triple barrel breech, like a break action shotgun.
Yeah.
So she can load like the shells and stuff, and then basically fire the entire shell out like a railgun, and it can do kinds of cool things.
Yeah.
It's got like that quick loader type thing, 9-round type thing. And
so yeah, these for anyone new to this, these are basic info breakdown sheets of characters that Roan has been working on for how many years now?
Well, I mean, I've been working on the story for about 3 years now. But like doing the concept art and stuff, I've only been doing that for about a year or so.
Okay.
Good concept art, not like I've been kind of toying around with it every
But yeah, look at the detail he's put into these things here.
Yeah, so
this is amazing stuff, guys.
Now, a lot of the models, unfortunately, I don't to do all of this stuff. I don't have a whole lot of time to do any like the modeling stuff. I make adjustments to certain things, but a lot of them, the models I do purchase and stuff, just to full disclosure on that. I'm not modeling everything I wish I was, but that's a whole job in and of itself, and I'm also we're also doing other stuff here at the studio. So, but yeah, so we get the
modeling the guns.
What's that?
Are you modeling the guns?
No, I'm finding whatever I can find in 3D model stores and stuff. So like this, I bought off one, and I did a few adjustments on certain aspects of it, but. By and large, it's pretty much how it is. Like, I had to do a lot of stuff for this one because the way a lot of the 3D models that you can buy, the artists don't do everything for it. Like this one wasn't textured properly, so I had to go through and spend a day laying out the textures the way they were supposed to go, which was just a whole fucking process. But
the fact that you did it, man, I mean, that's just that's a big thing.
It definitely works good. I'm glad I'm going with this weapon. For her sidearm, she has a submachine gun as well. If you just want to scoot there to the right.
And up a little bit. There we go.
That replaces her pistol. Pretty much it's kind of modeled after like the Chris Vector submachine gun you see in like Call of Duty games and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, fires 45 ACP.
Yeah, jacketed hollow point.
Yeah. Not sure how effective that's going to be with a railgun, but whatever.
Well, I think it'd be awesome.
Bullet's a bullet. It'll do.
Indeed it is.
So that's for that one, and then we can go to our cool character and oh boy,
Tomek.
There's a Tomek. Yeah, there's a whole lot of information with this one.
The Tomek T-pose?
No. No, not that one. It should be Tomek.
Pictures.
Should be the full poster.
Pictures under action. There it is. Yeah.
So this is just a whole bunch of information here. So this is Tomek Jaeger. This guy he's an alien known as a Lycran. Basically, in the story, humans find a dead civilization that went extinct, and through a certain set of circumstances, they are able to pretty much take the genetic material they can find of these species and pretty much revive them with cloning and genetic engineering technology. So they're more or less the species have been pretty much over a couple hundred years has been regrowing. And they're integrated into human society and stuff. They're about this guy here in particular. He's 2.36 meters tall, so he's going to stand probably a couple heads over most humans and stuff. I mean, unless you're.
And you said 263 centimeters.
236. So he's about 7'7", I think.
Okay.
So and that's probably about average height. I could always get a little bit taller, but I don't want to go too crazy with it. And this is another aspect of it. So this is the program that I use. It has the human shaped figures for everything. It makes it a lot easier to get these kind of concept art developed. For these aliens, I'm kind of using some morphing tools that are involved in the program, but I'm using human clothes that are designed for humans, and so there's kind of some shortcuts that kind of come with it. So like for the boots, because of how I changed the shape of the feet, it really kind of plays with the clothing a good bit, and so there's kind of, if it looks a little kind of rough around the edges, it's because that's kind of how it is, and so. At someday when I can have that actually professionally modeled, specific for what I want and everything.
The only thing that I think looks odd about it is just the fact that there's a soul that goes all the way up to here when you probably would never put that part of the sword on.
Yeah, I mean it would certainly be tailored for them. I mean, if they're sitting and stuff, their feet might lay flatter and stuff. Now these guys are obviously they're digitigrad. So they basically walk and run on their toes or the balls of their feet, more or less. So that's why their legs look that way, kind of like cats or dogs to some degree. For this guy, as you can see, he's got an axe there. He's got a machine gun. He's more or less the automatic rifleman on the team. He does a lot of the covering fire. There's the automatic rifle there. Yeah, it's his machine gun, light machine gun. Basically, it can fire 7.62 rounds as well as 50 caliber type rounds. It's pretty interchangeable and stuff. Battle axe there. He also carries a pair of tomahawks that he can throw. And then you get here in the T pose. The tomahawks.
Yeah, there's the tomahawks.
And if I scroll up to the left corner there.
Left corner.
Yeah, he also carries this backpack rocket launcher. Pretty much, it kicks the rocket out of the missile about 5 meters up into the air, and then ignites kind of like a javelin missile today.
Yeah.
Would, and so it kind of gives him a little bit, that heavy fire sport type thing. It's got like the missile there. It's kind of, you can imagine like the front of it is kind of this kinetic projectile that just hits at hypersonic velocity, and then the middle section there is where like this cluster of little micro missiles break out of and stuff. So it's got a dual thing there.
Nice.
His pistol is kind of like modeled after like a Desert Eagle sort of 50 caliber.
Yeah, I can see that. Except it's a lot more angular, because Desert Eagles, their handle, instead of them being like angled back, instead they're really flat.
The interesting thing with this pistol, because like I said, buying these models and stuff. Some models, they're low poly, just for ease of creation when the artists are making them.
Yeah.
And so like the hand grip on this one, it only had like 2 notches for the fingers. And it's kind of weirdly shaped for a human hand. It was originally going to go to Samakatsu, the Japanese guy, the samurai dude.
Yeah.
But the way this pistol formed around Tom's fingers here, it actually worked a lot better. So that's why he's got this weapon now.
Damn.
And then into the physical details, scroll right to there.
The T-pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to kind of give you a short breakdown on his physical attributes here, his eyes have kind of a triangular type triad sort of shape to them. They can see a little bit more into the near infrared spectrum, so they're kind of they can see a little bit more heat to some degree. Their hearing is they kind of have like these cat ears there. You can kind of see they're movable. They can hear a little bit more into ultrasound. Their hair is actually really unique. Their hair kind of grows more like blades of grass. In terms of
it actually reminds me of the Sharingan from Naruto a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
except these are more straight lines.
Yeah, it's more of kind of like the Mercedes-Benz kind of shape, whatever TriStar.
Yeah.
The hair is unique. It's a lot thicker than human hair. It kind of grows out like flat blades of grass to some degree, so it can be up to a couple, few.
Yeah, that sounds like my hair. Yeah, my hair's like super thick. It's like little micro blades on a friggin' on a steel brush.
Yeah, and for them, they don't have like melanin or anything that determines their hair color. Basically, what happens is the capillaries in the skin around the hair follicles. As the blood passes along the follicle, it actually dyes the hair.
Okay.
And so their hair is just generally blue. It ranges from super dark blue like his to lightish blue.
Actually, I could see it. The ones who are it actually depends on how high your like if your blood gets pumping because you're a warrior, your hair is more blue. The more blue your hair is, the more of a warrior you are. Whereas if you're, say...
You could just have high blood pressure.
It could be. I mean, I have it on there that's it's determined by how oxygenated the blood is, because their blood is actually, whereas our blood is hemoglobin-based.
Hemoglobin and...
theirs is what's known as hemocyanin. Certain animals here on Earth use it, mostly aquatic, but you have like spiders and scorpions that use it too. Basically, it's... copper-based rather than iron-based like ours is, but it has the attribute of being blue.
Iron and carbon-based. We're carbon-based and iron-based, and with him, I get what you're talking about, where copper-based and also nitrogen. You could also have it where he's nitrogen-based as well because
he breathes oxygen.
He breathes oxygen, but you see. Originally, we humans, we don't actually breathe oxygen that much because the mix of our atmosphere is actually over 70% nitrogen. We actually breathe a mixture. You see, we're actually 70% nitrogen and only 20+% oxygen, which is.
That's why if you breathe just pure oxygen, it'll actually get you like high.
Which is
you breathe pure oxygen, you're gonna die. You'll basically have what's called oxygen toxicity.
Whereas
it's actually and that's the thing. We evolved with our atmosphere, and so if you could think that, hey, if we just put more oxygen in there, everything will be great.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, no.
Whereas him, I could actually see him with him, you could actually see if he could actually be, instead of being carbon-based, instead he's nitrogen-based, and from him being nitrogen, his genetic code being nitrogen-based, that's actually why he would be a lot bigger, because nitrogen's a little bit higher up on the periodic table, and that's actually one thing that they say determines what we are based off of from our very genetic code, how we're built up from the ground up, how genetically we're made up, in which where he's being found, he's being adapted by humans to be, to be livable, to where he can live. And it's just seeing him and seeing how his character looks and everything. It's just, wow.
And there's certain, I did kind of have a compromise on certain things. The shaping options that I have with the characters are kind of limited to some degree, so this might not necessarily be the final iteration of it, but
it's still
it's getting there. I mean, what I have, I do kind of worry about is that people are going to see this and be like, oh, that's just Avatar.
That's what I was going to make a comparison to James Cameron. Except here's the problem: his head, there's no like fairy braid that connects to trees. Instead, this is just a dude who whose people got resurrected by humanity, and he's just like, how in the hell did I wind up here?
No bestiality with animals for this.
No.
But yes, but there are certain differences, and I wanted to be a little bit more dynamic to kind of separate myself from.
Imagine, if you will, imagine James Cameron coming to you after he's done with the Avatar series, and he's just like, "Now I'm not going to direct these, but I am willing to produce." If say after your books are made and you do like a trilogy of books, and after those trilogy of books, they ask you, "Hey, we would like to." James Cameron comes forward and he says, "We'd like to option these for you, from you. Would you be interested in having these made into films?"
Do I get to still maintain ownership?
Well, yeah, of course you maintain. Well, it's just like George R.R. Martin with the ownership of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He still has final say on what happens in Game of Thrones overall because he has full control over the books. Whereas HBO, they're sort of how they messed up season 8. Not going to go into that. I've already bitched enough about it. But he still maintains control over the Game of Thrones IP, and if he wants to pretty much tell people no on something, say HBO comes forward and says, "We'd like to do this with Game of Thrones," and he's just like, "Is it going to be like season 8? Listen, George, no, kill it."
So a few other aspects with this guy. So his hearing, similar to cats, they can hear higher into the ultrasound, and they use that and their ears do move kind of like cats. So they're able to pick up direction of sound. They did. They basically grew up as apex predators on their planet, similar to humans. I think they'd probably be a little bit more better at it than humans would have been as apex.
Well,
predators.
given their physical advantage, being bigger, being stronger, and just naturally, with their legs being the way they are, they would naturally be faster than humans too, because
Oh yeah, no, their height and I actually have that lower down, but with their voice, we'll get there in just a second. Their voice, they have kind of a specialized larynx where they can produce sonic and ultrasonic chirps, kind of used for like communication and stuff. And perhaps to ways that prey couldn't really. Hear them to some degree. Yeah, kind of like and like Neytiri. And to be fair with Avatar, like Neytiri does it. I think at one point, like when she calls an Ikran or something.
Yeah.
She does some sort of thing like that, and that's kind of what that's sort of like that.
Well, humans have developed that too to some degree because we did with horses. We do the.
Yeah.
And
we can whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Now they have hemocyanin is technically it's not as effective as hemoglobin is at transporting oxygen. So they actually have 2 hearts.
Okay.
And a larger set of lungs. So their chest is actually pretty large compared to humans here.
Yeah.
And so that and so you have that kind of alternating beat where it's a boom, 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 kind of thing. And so their heart rate would be, it wouldn't be something where like you can lose a heart and you'll be fine because you have a second heart. It's not really how that would
so
work.
No Doctor Who logic on that one.
No, it wouldn't work like that. But it makes it so the blood can pump faster and get more oxygen to them. They're better to absorb it.
Well, and I could actually see that being a detriment to them. For instance, they lose one heart, their other heart is now working twice as hard, and it could actually kill them.
Well, it would be very difficult to actually see them only being able to run on one heart. Usually.
Well,
when you have
I'd say they'd probably be able to do it for a limited time, but
that's possible. When you have a system that grows like that,
might give them like a little bit longer to get to like surgery if they had like a singular heart attack or something.
Imagine Light writing his name in the death note. Did you just stop one of my hearts?
Push down a little bit there, Nick.
Yeah, go down a little bit.
So I have it on here. Basically, like their skin has kind of a chlorophyll analog to it.
Okay.
So it kind of allows their skin to more or less blend between yellowish greens and greenish yellows and bluish greens. For him, he's got emerald and jade kind of colored skin.
Yeah.
But as you can see, he also has this blue, and that's actually bioluminescence that's coming over him.
Okay.
Now, to kind of explain,
I see it around his hips.
Yeah. At first when I came up with that, it was like it kind of came with a character model. I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll throw it on there. I didn't really have an explanation for it except for, hey, it's sci-fi, it works. But to better explain,
well, as long as it fits within the rule of cool,
right,
and doesn't like distract.
But to kind of actually give it an idea, so the planet they come from is I've been looking at like different exoplanets that we've discovered and stuff. Kepler 442b is the best one that I could find that really works for these guys. About 1.3 G's of gravity. It's probably colder, a little bit colder than Earth.
Yeah.
So I don't really have. There's no basis to understand what the rotation is, at least with our current technology. But I set their days about 60 hours for a day.
60 hours.
So
in a day.
you have a 30-hour night, 30-hour day.
Ooh.
So it does get cold on that night side and stuff. So that's where the hemocyanin comes in, because it's more effective in colder environments. But one of the aspects of that, having the bioluminescence, what they actually use it for, they evolved to basically produce the bioluminescence as an alternative to having thermal emission, so that instead of giving off a bunch of heat off of their body, basically chemical processes are happening around their skin that produce bioluminescence around them. And what that does is it lowers their thermal signature and stuff.
Yeah.
And what that's important as an apex predator. The other prey species, a lot of them that grew, that evolved on their planet, see more into the infrared spectrum and have trouble seeing things in kind of the higher part of the visible spectrum, like blues and even some greens. So even though you would think from our perspective, them running around glowing in the dark and stuff would not be a very good survival trait, for them it kind of makes sense because they're not emitting as much heat, which is what their prey, the things they're hunting,
yeah,
see. They're not going to see this glowing light as much, and so for them it makes sense. Now it can be kind of suppressed with technology and stuff, and obviously you wouldn't want to put them in the military and have them all dressed up in camouflage and stuff, and they fucking glow in the dark. Doesn't make sense. They have, you can use a drug to suppress that kind of stuff, but
but honestly, I could think one day all of a sudden he comes across someone who's never met a one of his kind before, and then they've known him for a little bit, and then say one day he's talking to them, and he says you don't know anything about me, and she's like know plenty enough already, and he's like, oh yeah, hit the lights, and then she's like, why? He's like, go ahead, do it, and then all of a sudden he stands up, and then he says, watch closely. And then he asks her to turn the lights off. She turns the lights off, and then he puts his arms out, and you start to see the bioluminescent glow. And she's like, what is that? And then he explains it, and then that actually gives way to him showing like how it's like, in order for me to not emit this whenever we're on night ops, these bitter little pills I have to swallow once a day.
Yeah.
And I forgot to take mine yesterday because we were on leave. But since we're going back out in the field, need to get back on them.
And with their voice and stuff like that, with that specialized larynx, they would actually have this flanging effect with their voice, so it would kind of sound like a Turian in Mass Effect to some degree. With secondary voice going over the primary.
So yeah, it would effectively be something that would sound like it's morphing as it's emoting. Yeah, I love the Turian. I love how the Turians speak because they have that. It's not quite because I think when they originally did the voice recording for it, they actually had it to where they would speak with something in front of their mouth like this to sort of give it a...
I'm glad they didn't do
No. Well, that's what they originally thought, but then they did the voice simulation on where they did the layering with the voices, and that worked a lot better.
I think there was like some sort of flap.
But of course, if you really want to go Zoidberg is the one. Sorry, but yeah.
Anyway, so and then I guess you can show the feet a little bit if you want to scroll down there. But,
yeah, you can see what they're. Yeah, as you can see, shaped sort of like a cat.
Yeah, their feet are very kind of like paw-like. They're kind of shorter at the toes there, but that's obviously because the foot is not touching the ground completely.
No, they've pretty much just like Nightcrawler. Pretty much like Nightcrawler. So, from X-Men.
Yeah, I know it is. I'm not exactly sure what it is.
His feet are like that. His feet are here. I'll show you.
Basically, this type of structure, it makes them. It allows them to run faster and jump and stuff like that a lot higher. Downside is they're not going to be as stable as what like humans are. What's called plantigrade. They're not going to be as stable, and they might not have as much endurance. long distance wise.
Yeah, like right here. He depends on the front two claws to dig in, and his feet, the back of his feet, stay off the ground.
Yeah.
Now, that's Kurt Wagner, one of my favorite. Right here. You can see right there how he's standing on the tips of his toes and how he runs. He's actually faster on his feet than other X-Men, and that actually allows him to jump better. It allows him to. He's very agile. And he used to be like a circus acrobat. Nightcrawler used to be. And he was actually able to parkour very easily, and he can also teleport. That's his big thing. But with him, I could actually see him being a lot more agile than you would think, because where he comes from a place where gravity is 1.3 Gs compared to ours. If he's on this planet here, he could pretty much hop up on top of a basketball goal and just be like.
Ironically, he out of all the it's like an 8-man team, not counting the mechs that with him. Out of all the people on the team, he's actually the only one that's born on Earth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's born in Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I saw that on the little thing over there, the little on the left side, all the way on the left side. He has a little info sheet, just a basic info sheet.
Yeah, basically, I try and use like capital.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I try and use capital cities. Basically, Austin, Texas is more or less the capital of the United North American Federation.
Oh,
so
yeah, because everything's better in Texas. Woo!
Well, it's more geographically central.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's just I find that funny as hell.
But so there's that, and then if you want to scroll far all the way to the right to let's see, it's his SI.
His artificial intelligence. It'll be up a little bit from here. All the way on the right. You'll see her right there.
So this is Amaria.
Emma, yeah.
So she's kind of for Tomic and her, there's kind of a music aspect to him. So he's gonna actually when they're not in action or whatever, when they're just hanging out at the base, whatever, he's gonna have a guitar with him.
Okay.
He's kind of there's gonna be a lot of cowboy type tropes for him to some degree. Kind of American. You can see that with the tomahawk and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain American
sort of a frontiersman, like a frontiersman. Just like all of a sudden it's like I've never met one of them before. I wonder what they're like. He comes in, he's like, howdy y'all, how's it going?
And for Amaria, you can kind of imagine her sort of being very much into music, especially.
I see that little headphones on her.
Yeah, exactly, kind of like a DJ sort of. And so her as an SI, she actually probably creates a lot of music, like thousands of songs per second or something, and then filters them like how we would ball up things that we don't like and try. She does that for 99 out of 999 out of those 1,000 songs or something, and so and originally their hair for the Lycans was going to be thin, but when I gave her this hair, it's kind of got that really leafy look, and that's why I kind of I'd been on the fence on how I wanted to do it, but with
the thing with SI is you can have fun, you can have fun with them.
Yeah, I mean they could technically do whatever the fuck they want with their avatar. It's more of
it's just preference.
Yeah, it's more of relating to the person, because again, these SIs are modeled off of the pretty much the neural network of their companions.
Yeah, their personalities.
So
all that.
For her, she's modeled off Tomic's neural network.
Yeah.
The sexual or the gender identification doesn't particularly matter with the SI. I'm kind of just doing it for fun, just to mix things up.
Yeah.
But and they're pretty much in ways. Initially I thought They have to be total reflections, sort of, or not total, but significant reflections of them. And then and then there were other ways where I thought, no, they should be completely different in certain aspects from the people. I think it's to be kind of a, it's a case by case. How similar is the SI personality wise to their, their organic companion, and so.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But anyways,
So how many more memes we got now, Nick?
Nick? Oh. Thought he had stepped down. So, sorry to take up so much of that time there.
It's okay. Yeah, I think we're at almost, we're over 2 hours now. But that's good stuff, man. That's really good stuff. I mean, the work you're doing on that,
Okay.
Hopefully I'll have one. I should at least have one image before we break for Christmas.
Okay.
But might have to. We'll see.
Okay. Hey, more power. Hey, more. Uh-oh.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh, no! No! End this! Cancel it! Cancel! 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 Nick, I swear to God. Dude, cancel it right now. Cancel it.
What is that?
It's one of the first videos I ever made. This was back when the Retron 5 was coming out, and I entered the contest to see if I could get a Retron 5 early. I didn't win, but that video's still up there, and good freaking God, I talk about, like, I talk about, you know, like some of my best memories from when I was a kid playing like Super Nintendo, you know, and the regular Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, and how the Retron 5 was bringing all that back, and you could also play Game Boy games on it. And then the Retron 5 comes out, and it's a fucking train wreck of a system. Yeah, imagine my friggin' surprise. I just need to put that video on private. Yeah.
Interesting.
Real shit.
Next.
Sounds like you're a little salty on it.
Oh, I'm damn salty, dude. Ooh! Oh yeah. I want to react to these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how's he not just like snapping his ribs in that shot?
I actually watched the behind the scenes on that, and I know why he didn't break his ribs.
I'm not a professional stuntman. Clint isn't. So we're actually joined here by a longtime friend and incredible stunt professional here, Eric Linden. He's both a stuntman, a stunt coordinator, as we like to call him, a stunt lord.
Stunt commander.
Yeah. Eric, tell us a little about yourself.
Been in the business now for 14 years. Do things with crash cars and Wireworks Fight Daredevil. Is a Punisher stunt double. Or Punisher Season 2.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Look at some awesome stunt shots, some stunts perhaps gone wrong, and hopefully learn.
I know that one. Tom Cruise broke his leg.
How is this illusion of people hurting each other achieved without people damaging their bodies? All right, well, I'll jump into one.
Oh yeah, this fight scene's brutal.
Sweet. Tom Cruise takes some knocks of being 56 years old.
He keeps in shape.
So great.
Oh, Spanish Fly.
Oh, dude, just kills him right there.
Dude, the move where he like twists himself in midair is my favorite.
Right there.
Yep.
Oh, great. Boom. And then the throw. Cool. Yeah.
Yonk.
Dude. Oh. Dead. He bounced off of his back. Oh. I'm guessing in this scene when it cuts his close up, just some dude like throwing some mirror bits on him. The guy like falls.
Yeah.
So how's he not just like snapping his ribs in that shot?
You know, he's rehearsed it probably 100 times with no mirror.
And he also I actually know that one because I looked at the behind the scenes of Mission Impossible Fallout. He's actually also wearing a stunt vest, which has a lot of padding in it and actually takes a lot of the brunt of like blunt force trauma.
Yeah, I'm assuming the mirror is also made out of like sugar glass.
The mirror itself actually, yes, it is actually made out of sugar glass, and it also is partially digital. Part of it is digital to make it look better, because the sugar glass sometimes how it breaks looks weird.
Yeah.
But when you add in the digital,
it breaks like safety glass.
Yes, it breaks like safety glass. Whereas with that, what they did was they had the sugar glass, it broke, and then they what they also did was
added the mirror.
Yeah, they digitally added parts of the mirror to make it look more legit.
Yeah.
But also another beautiful thing about that scene as well, I did not know this when I first watched it, was the floor in that entire bathroom is actually padded foam. So all the slams, all the hits that they take on that ground are actually, instead of being a solid surface like this, are actually like on a thing of foam like that thick.
Makes sense. And
it's awesome. I love this. I love the stunt work that they do in those movies. Tom Cruise being in his 50s, taking some pretty serious bumps.
I know he hurt his fucking ankle.
Oh yeah, he broke his leg.
Yeah.
He actually broke his leg doing the one stunt, jumping over this one gap.
He showed it like his foot caught the ledge or something.
Yeah, and his leg just goes wonk, just bends all the way back.
Not great.
Yeah, he said that they had to stop shooting for a couple weeks with him because of that.
I thought they said that, like, I heard like he actually continued the scene.
He did.
The hobbling.
He continued the scene. He actually got up from the thing where he fell, got up and kept going, and he didn't tell anyone that he really injured himself that badly. Instead, he went back, put a wrap brace on it, and went back out and finished the day of shooting. But then when the rest of the production crew, you see, the reason why Tom Cruise can get away with that shit is because he's the producer of those films.
Yeah.
That's why. Because if a producer hears that their main star is got hurt on set, they panic. They freak out. They're like, okay, we can't have him do this anymore. No more stunts for him. No more stunts for him. And I give nothing but respect to Tom Cruise. The guy in his 50s is still willing to do all this work. For instance, he learned to fly a helicopter just for that film. That's awesome. And yeah, I don't know.
Some pretty cool shit with the helicopter scene.
Oh yeah, the helicopter scene
I think
was awesome.
Fallout was definitely probably one of my favorite Mission Impossible ones.
I still love Ghost. I still love not Ghost Protocol. Or was it? Oh no, it was the fourth one. I forget the name of it.
Fourth was Ghost Protocol.
Fourth was Ghost Protocol. 5 was
something.
Ghost Nation.
It's like not the Sedition. Fuck, I can't remember. It was like at the Conspiracy or something, the Syndicate or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that. Let's see.
Rogue Nation.
Yes, Rogue Nation. Thank you. Rogue Nation. The 3 that they've done here recently have been the best ones.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love. Look,
you would think. Yeah, I mean, you think they were this. Oh, yeah. When they first came out, I was like, man, they're just dragging this thing out again. This ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, because
it's definitely.
Exactly what I thought. It was like, dude, you need to watch the new ones. They're actually pretty
it's
good.
Definitely better than the second and third one.
Well,
I
would say the weakest one is the second one.
Yeah.
And back when I was a kid, the second one was my favorite. But as I've gotten older and I've realized, yeah, this actually doesn't make a lot of sense story-wise. But then 2 and 3, but 3, I was just like, I love Philip Seymour Hoffman as the villain. He's a great villain. I love him in that. But overall, the story just feels flat. But I love the introduction of the character Benji, played by Simon Pegg. And so far, he's been in every other film since, and he's a great addition. I love like all the characters that they've brought back from the older movies and the new characters they brought in. I've liked them a lot. I mean, I love Jeremy Renner's character. Jeremy Renner's character in Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation are like, Brant is a great character.
It does seem like that. Yeah, like you don't see like Zoe Saldana. She's not in it anymore.
No, that wasn't Zoe Saldana. That was Paula Patton.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh. They look very similar, but Paula Patton is a lot taller and actually is used to be married to Robin Thicke, but he cheated on her a lot, so she divorced his ass. But next memes, Nick.
Alright, so it ended off with something cool.
Okay.
Something
cool. Oh, yes. I love this scene. This is arguably the best scene, like best villain scene in Star Wars movie history.
Honestly, I think Rogue One is probably my favorite Star Wars movie, just period.
It definitely the Disney Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
I just love this. The sense of like powerlessness these guys must have.
I think this competes with Empire Strikes Back for me.
Yeah. Look at this. You just hear the breathing in the darkness, and then like primo ultimo bad guy right there. And there's nothing they can do. And nothing.
You know what the mistake these guys were making right here?
What's that?
They're not using shotgun blasters. Just for these fucking Jedi and Sith, just use a fucking shotgun laser and you're good. What are they going to block? A dozen fucking laser bolts at the same time?
Well,
and you could say, yeah, you could do the Kylo Ren thing and stop the bolts, but no.
Yeah. Yes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is the shit right there. I love that. That is probably, such a great scene. Such a great scene.
And it's so cool how it just drifts into this. You can flow right
into New Hope.
Yeah.
It works. It works very well. Yeah. Oh, so good.
I didn't understand the aspect of when Tarkin arrives with the Death Star here at Scarif. Why does he fire on the planet? It's like an Imperial planet. I mean, I get that you got bad guys at this one base, but it kind of seems like a overkill.
Yeah, well,
seems like you're destroying a whole bunch of your own infrastructure just to kill a few people.
Well, you got to think, wiping that out versus not risking the plans of the Death Star getting leaked. I mean,
well, apparently it didn't fucking matter.
No, it didn't matter. But at that point, he didn't know.
Yeah.
At that point, he was just like, "It's best just to destroy everything and be done with it."
Okay,
yeah.
I mean, we have 40,000 stormtroopers in the back of this Star Destroyer of ours, but sure, let's destroy everything. But
oh god! All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for today. This was an interesting episode. Thank you for sharing all the new artwork with us there, Ron. I mean, I think
there's more where that came from.
Yeah, people out there always enjoy it whenever you share that with us. And for those of you out there who have who has submitted memes, thank you all so much. And also, if you want to see more from us, I mean, you know what to do. You hit that subscribe button, you ring that bell to stay notified every time we go live. And if you have any questions or concerns about with stuff, I mean, we do read chat. And if there's anything that really catches our eye, we will.
I feel like if I'm looking at it, then I'm not paying attention to what we're doing.
Yeah, but that's the caveat. That's the whole problem. But anyway, guys, for all the Renegades here, thanks for staying with us while we rambled. So yeah, that's gonna do it. So until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Roan.
I'm Nick.
And we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.